Welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does one even shop for a suit?
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is.
Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yay!
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me, or I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
Army of one. Getting masked up and rolling over snitches. Sitting them like the cruise line, baby, to throw out the E-stitches. A wrecking ball to all their scams, the grifts they sold as free. The lawyers, the lies, the 50s is paid, blocking out the only me. How many claims are left in ruins? Oh, let us count the ways. A memorial, 20K on fencing, a fortune turned into 18K. What's the sound of two brain cells fighting for last place? If you guess the ecosystem, that's right. You got lies about money, a fortune squandered, thousands flagrantly misused. And unlike sickness, there's sadly no cure for stupid. This isn't just a mic drop, it's yet another nuke, asking what they're gonna do when their money turns to poof. The greatest truth out there, they know the truth in what I wrote. But to quote you ecosystem pals, they've already tossed you off the boat. I hope you can float, lady, because they've abandoned you. Abandoned. That's right.
What's up, folks? How's it going today? Welcome to another round of stupid brought to you by the dumbest people on the planet. Man, those ecosystems are dumb. Oh, Lord. You know, I'm really upset, Megan. You know?
Yeah. What's she upset about?
Because I heard that the other night, last night, was so dumb that I needed to, I wouldn't be able to believe it unless I actually watched it myself. And I thought, somebody's trying to punk me, make me watch that. But then I saw the clips and I thought, wow, it really is that dumb. So I sat down and, yeah, even though I watched it on 2x speed, I actually sat down and with the transcript, of course, so I can make sure who was saying what and everything else. I watched that god awful show and I'm not happy.
Well, I'm currently, and talk about the worst job for Christmas. I'm currently going over the transcript of the one where Paint Chips said all the disgusting stuff about the backdoor action, and I have so far counted 7 pages. 7. I'm not done counting. 7 pages of Paint Chips discussing in graphic, disgusting detail all the terrible things that he wants to do to Jeremy Hales in a, adult manner, shall we say.
Well,
and all the disgusting things that apparently he thinks he's doing to me. I'm on page 7 and we're still not done. And by the way, I just want to say on page 5, he's in the middle of doing his shtick, right? That includes the grossest thing you can imagine. And somebody pops in to talk about Christmas presents for children.
Gross.
Right in the middle of it. So it's backdoor, you know what, and presents for children. And right after that, he goes right back to it.
Gross.
Absolutely no thought for discussing this completely gross prison stuff and children in the same sentence.
Gross. Well, he said, he seems to obsess about certain men, especially, and them loving with him, which again, if that's your thing, but not when they don't want that. So, he's posting about, let him know Jem is my lover.
Oh, God. Ew.
Oh, poor Jeremy. Yuck. Yuck. You have all these people that are like, they're obsessed with him. They're like,
what's really funny, though? The only thing he could say about me is that I'm really disgusting on the inside. As for the outside, though, not so bad, I guess. Not so bad, huh? I think it's funny that even Paint Chips had to admit that I'm not so bad looking, but on the inside, totally disgusting. Yep.
It's so gross, man.
It's disgusting. He's a total disgusting pig. What a pig. These people are all pigs. And I don't know. They let him go on like this, Tug, for pages and pages. And even when people in their chat were getting sick of it, and we're saying, this is gross.
That's something I noticed from a lot of their chat. They're like, if he's going to be here, I'm leaving.
Yeah, because he's gross. He's gross. Yeah. And he's like, there are people in the chat who don't want to hear stuff about hot yogurt. And
yeah, they're so comments.
It was so bad.
Everything like I posted the boy that people were like, I don't ever want to hear about yogurt again.
Yeah, I mean it's really like graphic disgust, like stuff that's so graphic I wouldn't put it up on the screen in a transcript. That's how graphic and disgusting his descriptions are. And even the chat's upset, and Lisa is making excuses for this guy. Oh, it's just satire. It's just a joke. It's just satire. Freedom of speech is one thing. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, basically. But it doesn't mean you're not gross or inappropriate.
Well,
or
it doesn't mean it doesn't
out
turn
your
off
chat.
your audience, too. I
know.
Plus, when you're talking about doing unconsensual, horrible things to people, yeah, a lot of people don't like that either. They may have some hardcore people, but they've been on a tear lately because so many people have been watching them after bombshells that they think they're the ones that are drawing the audience.
Yeah, their big bombshell is about the process server from months ago, which makes no sense. Oh my God, we're on page 8 now. Page 8 of him continuing to talk about this. 8 pages, you guys. 8 pages so far.
That's so gross, man.
Of a 45-page transcript, 8 of them so far are Paint Chips' graphic and disgusting fantasies of, I don't even want to describe it, but it's so bad.
Well, we also, apparently while everything was going on for last night, we had...
I wonder if that stream, by the way, got age restricted. We have never had a stream. I have never had a stream that used these kinds of words and descriptions ever.
Mm.
And yet I got 3 of my streams age restricted for no reason.
I don't know. Well, you know, if it didn't, that shows that, well, they don't have anybody ever flagging anything either. You know,
Right.
I try to. Well, there's things like last night. Okay, so last night they had a big little let's say a screw up, a pretty nice one, in fact. And in this thing now, there's a few people out there that are confused about something that came up in the middle of it, but there are actually 2 items there that really caused them some, I'm going to say, issues. So first part of it is you have 2L's man come in talking about how he hasn't gotten to see anything, you know, because he's been at work all day, right? He's been out, he's been doing his thing. So he has to come in, he's watching video. Now, when he's talking about watching and seeing Jeremy's reaction, like, you got to remember one thing, first of all. Jeremy is not in the bankruptcy. He's not on the screen. Okay, so when people are talking about how he looks or anything else, that would be video that he put up. However, there's another part. As you go forward about 5 minutes later, they start talking about the trustee. And they're talking about, you know, you have 2L talking about how the trustee is and, you know, their attitude and stuff, and how Jeremy's a liar. He's a liar. He's not telling everything. And then her man opens up his mouth and says, yeah, she was pretty calm. She's pretty calm. Now, how would you know that? Unless, if you think about it, if he's not at home when the hearing happens, then obviously through that thing, he can't be there when that hearing kicks off. And he can't be watching anything at all from Hale's about how the trustee actually is presented, because there's no image or anything like that. So again, how would he know unless there's what do we call those things? Recordings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, whoopsie.
I think
whoopsie.
they gave enough. I think she gave enough information and evidence to seriously bring it into question at the next hearing.
Yeah, it's very much so. God, I was just like, are you kidding me? Did they really just say that?
Oh, I believe that she's recording everything she can.
Well,
I don't because I know for a fact that Volmit, who she's taking advice from, and that idiot Paint Chips, I know for a fact that Volmit illegally records court all the time.
She admits, though, that after the statement that he pulls up with the trustee thing, just like a few minutes later, she's like, oh, you know, and she admits too that a lot of the reason that she got involved in this whole mess here was it makes Jeremy upset. It makes him upset. Oh, so fun. But she admits that she was told that recording is illegal. It's absolutely illegal. So I mean,
it's not going to stop her from doing it. It's not going to stop them from doing it.
Yeah, well, you know, I get the feeling that bankruptcy was, again, you know, the problem is that they don't pay for this stuff. Lynette Preston pays for it. So fun times. Now we're going to go over tonight. Oh, some of that statement about why they were there, why she was part of it. And the funny thing is, I actually believe that they gave away their game last night, big time, on what they're trying to do. So it's a very dumb plan. But then again, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting, you know, rocket surgery. Oh my God, these people, dude. Did you know too, by the way, on top of that, first of all, while they're talking about that, they're making fun of Michelle, saying, you have Gabe saying things, and this is quoted by 2L. Gabe, it's not Lisa's fault that Michelle is an idiot. Fun times. So while all this is going on, they're taking shots at Michelle. And now, apparently, you remember all those things they've been saying were fake? all the fake messages and everything else. Now, fake recordings, etc., etc. Now, apparently, we're going to go to the prison for it. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Yep. Yes, apparently.
For what? Oh,
For
sharing
apparently,
emails.
yes.
There's no
Sharing
such
emails,
thing as a
text.
private email. If you send me an email, you have relinquished the rights of, even if you put a thing at the bottom that says this email is not for publication, I can still publish it because you're the dumbass that sent an email to a journalist or anybody for that matter. And once you send it to me, it is mine. Mine.
One thing they don't get either for any type of communication, period. Some of us, we live in this weird thing. It's called what is that? One-party state.
A one-party state. I live in one, so does Tug. New York is a one-party state. I can record what I want. I can publish what I want. And if you send it, I always warn people, if you send me an email, I reserve the right to publish it if it's stupid enough. I will.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But regardless, when you're sending out emails, you're sending them out to journalists and more, got a problem there. On top of that, so there was a short that came up today, and Jeremy mentioned something really fun in that. He mentioned, how we talked about, well, they still, even after clips have been played showing three-way conversations with Michelle Preston, Tina, of course, she's the one that's putting it together, and myself in there. Of course, they're all fake and nobody ever talked to her.
Right.
But at the same time, we're all going to go to jail over showing them.
Of course. Like, wait a minute. Didn't Vomit publish my private text messages to him?
Yeah. Well, hasn't
and
the
didn't he
Fats,
publish my emails? And didn't Lisa Lee publish text messages she claimed were from Jeremy?
Yeah, actually, she said on a program with another member of the ecosystem where they made up fake AI charges against Jeremy. I remember that from way back when, where they tried to convince an audience of some pretty heinous stuff, and they were fake. They were AI created charges.
Didn't she also doctor a screenshot to make it look like we had done something?
Oh yeah, and posted on a website. That's the thing about claiming that you're gonna sue everybody. Going to be really difficult to do that.
Going to be real tough, Lisa. Going to be real tough, but I welcome it. Let's go file that bitch.
That's so funny. What's going to be fun too? Again, so she was talking last night about getting into the bankruptcy, and there were a couple of parts with that. Let me pull this up here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find where I want to start. These idiots, they also kept making stupid commentary about, so in the bankruptcy, Jeremy was talking about how sooner or later, she's going to have to show her face, if you testify or, you're involved in multiple things, by the way. And her answer to that is, well, there are a lot of people that hide their faces. I mean, some people wear masks like, hey, Tug. And I thought, I'm not involved in those cases. What does that have to do with me?
I have no idea.
Are you going to tell the courts that? Are you going to be like, yeah, there's this guy on the internet that wears a mask, so...
Oh my God. Well, you know what Paint Chip said on this? This was hilarious. On that stream he was on, he said, I had the evidence for our lawsuit because it shows what's called modus operandi. What lawsuit, Paint Chips? What lawsuit are you in? You've been avoiding service. What lawsuit? What evidence do you need for a lawsuit you're not even in?
Yeah, he keeps telling
it's
us
unbelievable.
There is no lawsuit, right?
but he has all the evidence for the lawsuit that he's not in. Okay.
I love that. That's a good admission, though.
What a dummy.
That he knows he's in a lawsuit that he tells us he's not part of. That is an interesting admission. So check this out here, by the way. So out of the transcript, and we'll look at a few things today, but one of the things that I thought was interesting that was shared is she talked about the conversations kind of repeatedly, like the fact that they did the addition of 2L at the last moment, the very last moment, to add her to the bankruptcy filing. She brings up repeatedly, by the way, how she talked to the lawyer for the bankruptcy. She brought up, which I'm going to show you, and they told her that she could be a quote unquote potential creditor. Now, this is some fraudulent shit, by the way. This is crazy because this has nothing to do with, but they think so. This is going to give away their plan too. So she said that, basically right before it happened, she ended up talking to someone, which she'll elaborate and say, of course, that will be a Saran Wrap, right? And I told them everything that's gone on with the fence, the fence, the Christmas party, the barn, how the money came in, and who it was sent to. Now, did I have their names on it? Absolutely not. Now, unfortunately, they still have to show that. That's going to be a problem there. They keep saying that Jeremy Hales is going to have to show his donors, remember? And stuff. So,
yes.
There, but everything. And it turns out I'm a possible creditor. Now, this word is going to come up over and over again because they know they're full of shit. It is the word possible, possible creditor. Now, they added out again. I'm sure that will come up as a complaint about things because there is no way on earth that makes you a creditor. So let me get this straight. You have fundraisers in a person's name. You collect a lot of money, which you do not turn over to them, but there's a fence. There's a Christmas party. The barn, really the barn, you're talking about the wood, the water heaters on the ground, the porcelain thrones. Yeah, the barn. And that somehow makes you a creditor? You would be the opposite.
I don't see how.
Creditor.
I do not see how.
You would be the opposite of that. You would still be potentially holding money. If you look up the idea of this, there's creditors versus the idea of someone that is holding funds for someone else. You would definitely fall into the.
And she absolutely was holding the funds to hide the funds from anybody else. Like she's hiding them on Michelle's behalf because I believe that they had this plan to do this bankruptcy thing from the beginning.
It's wild. Well, Michelle has talked to many people and said that the money has never been turned over to her, that 2L has stolen her money. So regardless, that would mean Michelle had money and this person potentially, again, they realize that they're going to have some really interesting questions to answer. And in that, I think I'm going to make all of my recordings all those wonderful snippets where they talk about jail and how she stole that money and stuff. I think I'll make all of that wonderful stuff available for that.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, of course. Crack it up right into clips. That'll be real fun. But how in the world do you try to spin that into being part of a bankruptcy? Now, I thought, maybe I'm missing something in here. Maybe there was another place in here where there was something else, that maybe would qualify them a little more, because you take a big chance when you join and you join in some fraudulent manner. By the way, Saran Wrap has been in trouble before for some, let's say, things that happened in courtrooms. So I would want to dot all the I's, cross all the T's, but apparently there's nothing else. There is absolutely nothing else that qualifies them for it. They think, I'll tell you, they talked about this. So they think that as far as creditor, They weren't only creditors, but they were early creditors. This is brought up in this stream. Yes, early creditors.
How?
So,
if they weren't on the first one, they weren't on the second amended complaint or the third one. So what now? How could that make them early? And why didn't she get, if that's the case, why didn't she get herself put on the creditor list when it happened?
let's see.
Come on now.
Discussion. This is
No
so
one
dumb.
expects us to
Well, they're-
actually
what-
believe
what
this,
they're-
do they?
Oh, I think they believe this stuff. I think they're dumb enough to
You
think
think she
that this
believes
is a way to
this?
shield Michelle's property.
Oh, this is stupid.
Yeah, they're going to try to say. I mean, again. Oh yeah, I got $100,000 in somebody's name, which I fundraised and
That I
put up
didn't
a
give
fence
to
and
them?
stuff. Yeah, and that makes that makes me
What?
a creditor, a possible
What?
creditor.
That doesn't, no, it doesn't. That's not what that means. That's not what any of this means. I can't handle the stupid.
oh,
Has
God.
she looked into the, okay, listen, Felisa, there's a little book. It's called the Webster Dictionary, or you can get the Oxford Dictionary, either one. Please find one and look up the word creditor. And I guarantee you, it is not going to define the thing you did.
You better be careful. You talk about that. I'll age restrict you, dictionary.
That's so insane. That's just not what creditor means.
Oh man, here they are. You're on. Yeah, so you're an early. Somebody was like, yeah, you're an early predator. So you take.
Wait, did she say
precedent.
predator or creditor? Because
She
predator
said
makes
creditor.
sense.
She said creditor.
Oh,
but
I
it
thought
pulled up.
maybe she meant predator because that would make sense.
Slush mouth. I'm an early creditor. Yeah. I'm out there, and they kept talking about it. The funny thing too is they kept saying, I thought I was going to be audited today, and it's like, no, not today, but
Audited today. Nobody said you were going to be audited today. Everyone has, what he's been saying is you will be, your finances will be relevant to this case. And yes, there will be an audit of them because you're holding money for the debtor. You raised money for the debtor. That means the debtor has a claim to it, which also means the bankruptcy court must know how much it is and what's sitting out there and what is left to be given to her, because they cannot figure out her bankruptcy and what she owes without knowing how much money she is in possession of. And if someone is holding money for her, yeah, that counts.
You want to talk about some scammy business, though. So
Nobody said she was going to be audited today.
she is like,
That's so stupid, the way they take everything so literally. And see, it didn't happen, so it's not going to. Okay.
how many things end up happening that, and they're like, oh my God, it was terrible. But what's wild is they tell you, I honestly didn't even know it was going on. I didn't have much time, It was literally like 10 minutes before court that she found out that I'm going to be part of it. So they planned this shit right before the hearing. And if you read through what they talked about, again, they celebrate how, I got to Jeremy. This stuff is about harassing.
It's about
another
harassing
creditor.
him. It's about making him, upset or making him, it's harassment. That's what it's about.
It's wild, man, trying to use that. And again, the person that this doesn't help out for sure is Michelle Preston. I mean, so they talked about, let's see, 46 too. I mean, again, they bring it up in pieces. God, these people are so unprepared when they talk about stuff. So she was talking about how when she first spoke to the lawyer, it comes up, again, look at how messed up, again, these conversations are. We jump from Granger, Deanna. Oh, I was trying to hide something. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, because I'm a nosy bee. Oh, hang on. Well, so last night I'm being told that I'm being audited. Oh, now I'm nosy. Oh, yeah. And then she goes into what supposedly really happened. So when I first spoke to the lawyer, he said, you have absolutely nothing to do with this bankruptcy as far as, they keep trying to drag you into it. So at first she has nothing to do with it, but they keep trying to bring you in this whole thing, and that's when I explained to him everything that went on. And he goes, you're a creditor. Did you realize that? And I'm like, ugh. By the way, it's really funny. If you take that terrible laugh and you speed it up, it's the
It does sound crazy.
It
does. It sounds totally crazy.
I can't. The fastest way to go through those awful freaking transcripts is, again, if I have to listen to something 2-speed, so then it's all, because otherwise, I'm telling you, the first 8 minutes of that are this 30% of the time. Yeah, then you have that. There were a lot of
bong hits.
I'm actually laughing. I'm not upset, guys. Really, I'm laughing.
Sure.
Yeah, you're really in control when this is the way that you're trying to do things. I said, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with any of that. You know what I mean? So, I'm not going to say anything else that went on, but, it's like, yeah, okay. They also brought up Ohio too. It was really interesting because they were bringing up how information she had gotten it, and she says, according to her, she wasn't there. Of course, she wasn't there in person, but she also didn't sign into Zoom. According to her, there were a couple of witnesses that were there.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Well, who knows? But those witnesses supposedly heard everything and were giving her real life updates. Like,
well, no one is allowed in the courtroom in Ohio other than the parties. No one is allowed on Zoom other than the parties. So who are the sources?
Indeed. Who can give you,
except Michelle and John?
Moment? Yeah, and they're on screen, so it's not like they're going to be typing up anything.
True.
So I mean, they're not going to be able to be sending out anything in the moment. So it can't be them. Yeah. Nobody said, by the way, they're like, check the Zoom records. I'm like, man, you seem to be making a case for you being on the phone or something.
Yeah, right. Right. Because we were saying we didn't think she was on the Zoom because they know that who was on Zoom. But she absolutely could have been on one of their phones on speakerphone while they were on the Zoom and she was muted or whatever. That absolutely could have happened, and she could have recorded. How else is she getting the information?
Somebody said try recording her, then editing it for under a minute at a time, then run it through AI voice creator. It's depressing sometimes. I can only, I just, that's a lot of, again, thank you all for the super chats there. I especially today, there are over 3,100 of you, and I very much appreciate it. Especially, I think I might need a little funding for my pain and suffering, because that really sucked. Going through those, all of that really sucked.
You have no idea what he does for you, chat. The things that he puts up with for you, chat. It's just for you. It's all for you.
Awful. It was very awful.
This is why I like the flea cap, because then I don't have to listen and I can just listen to Jay, and he does quite a good job, because I have listened to the show before and then heard his flea cap and it was like, oh, I didn't need to listen to that garbage. He's got it all wrapped up for me. Perfect.
Check these out, by the way. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Look. ThATuMBRELLAgUY bombshell. Boom.
Oh, that's great.
I've been working on the machine line too. So you got blueprints first. Look at those.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And then you have assembly. Look at that, the head.
Very Tony Stark. I like it.
Yeah, and then you have boxing. Look.
Are those going to be available for this Christmas?
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, like Rhea Raya said, hey, yeah, her man can make one of the like whip up, one of those keychains. It was like, that's cool. I really like it. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh, that would be so fun.
I'm gonna reach out and contact them about that because I would really love to.
You need to put those in the merch store.
Oh God. Well, see, I don't know. I think just whip one up, as a fun toy, or man, I'd love to whip up a few and have them where you could goof off or something and pick them up. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Let's see. I'm gonna bring that transcript back up again. Oh man, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. Yes, I've been through so much pain for you guys. I tell you,
so much suffering.
It took a lot of. Oh, by the way, you know how the intoxicated, inebriated driving thing came up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that came up too, actually from the very beginning. That actually came up in the form of. Let's see, what was the timestamp? Oh yeah, so it's through here. They actually, you have idiots stumble in. They're like, you're all right. He's like, let me see. Have you seen my bong?
Oh God, he can't even find his bong.
Oh God, I lost it. And then they start laughing about, oh, by the way, you and that bong are the talk of the town. Oh, I didn't even realize it. Oh, that's great. I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, what an idiot.
Yeah, the inebriated driving, which again. We're not just talking about other people that could be impacted by that. You're talking about the person that you supposedly care about can be impacted.
Yeah, you're letting your husband walk out the door inebriated? Hell no, not on my watch. I wouldn't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is crazy.
I just thought you've got to be kidding me,
And you know what that makes me think? It makes me think that they're all users and they're all driving because.
Look, they can't even come with their own jokes either. You remember, I like to make Lenny and Mice and Men jokes about that. Look.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a movie, Mice and Men. I remember that movie. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He probably just watched it after you said it. Because, they stock this program.
I think we need to rename them according to the AI. They did the H-O dunks. Well, when it hears it, it thinks it's the ho, H-O-E dunks. I think that's what we need to call them. The ho dunks.
Where all them hoes at?
Oh my God. It's
a very hoey Christmas.
That weirdly enough too, the pictures that Jeremy has been putting up, the ones showcasing that there is a potential leak or a source out there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're all but admitting that's real.
Well, of course it's real.
Yeah, well, one thing to have it, but another thing for them to admit, hey, kiddo, what you doing? Oh, did that die out?
Yeah, but I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Aww.
Hey,
oh, that was so
by the
cute.
way, how many Cokes are in your refrigerator now? How many do you think are there? 8.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of Cokes.
My Lord,
a lot of sugar.
It's a 6-pack up there too, and a couple of other ones. Goodness.
I have 2 in my room, 2 more.
Oh, you got 2 more? Are they hidden away or? Well, see, here's something like, I found out about this one right here. This one can ration stuff. And, like a lot of kids are like, I've got this. I would drink 9 of them at a time. No, not this one. This one, apparently, I've been noticing them disappear. I was like, I wonder why. And then I looked under her bed and there's some stuffed animals shoved up under there. I was like, wonder what that is. So I pulled them away and there were Cokes.
She's hoarding them.
Oh, you don't want me telling about your Coke stash?
At least I give Cokes to people.
You do, actually. I ran out of
Coke. Now she's
stuff.
dealing them?
Oh, yeah. Actually,
good
does
job.
run them out. She's like, the first one's for free.
She's like, I got some Cokes here.
And you.
Yeah.
And the second one for free if you don't take all the cokes.
Yeah, that's true. You give a second one too. That's true.
If someone took all the cokes, then that would be Sissy or someone else.
That would be Sissy, huh?
Yeah, because I took all my cokes one time.
Really?
Well,
Oh my goodness, that sounds like a crime, you know?
Yeah.
That sounds like an absolute crime
we need
there.
an
Oh my
investigator on
goodness.
it.
Yep. Hey, give me a hug though. You come here. Give me a hug.
Someone in my room gets a coke.
Yeah, actually, I ran out one day. I needed one, and hey, who's that, by the way? Who's that super chat there? Floofy cat. Oh my goodness.
You're the first one.
She likes the floofy cat. She just likes the idea of a cat that
It's floofy.
talks. Yeah, when it talks to us, you know.
Uh-huh.
I told her it was a cat that learned to type, and she said she wishes you a merry cat mouse. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, tomorrow. Hey, you better go get some rest. Come here. Tomorrow
I
we
love
got
that little giggle. She's so
yeah,
cute.
she's a cutie. Come here. Give me a hug. So now, listen.
What were you trying to say?
We got it tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow?
Open presents at Uncle Lily's way.
Yeah, we got to go over to Gigi's and family and go open presents, right? So
Oh,
you better
how
go get some
exciting.
rest.
Be there.
Huh?
You better be there.
Yeah,
Of course
better
he's
be
gonna
there
be
too.
there.
Hey, by the way, can you say thank you? D Green gave $10.
Thank you, but what were you trying to say what Flippy Cat so that they're saying?
He said have for you to have a merry cat mouse. You know, at
No,
Christmas.
when Flippy Cat, you were trying to say something. I said when Flippy Cat, and then Flippy Cat said something. What?
Oh, I don't remember. I'm sorry. My memory, it's old. You know how it is.
It's
You know,
older, yeah.
Yeah. Would you say it's older than what? My memory.
Papa,
You crazy legs. Come here.
you're crazy legs.
I'm a crazy leg. Oh no. Here. But hey, go upstairs and get you some rest, okay?
You have no gray hair.
Yeah, I know my hair is turning gray. No crap. I'm not. One day your hair will start graying out too.
Yeah, I know.
You know, okay. She's like, you got gray hair. Your belly's getting fat. Yeah. Anyway, all right.
I was gonna say at least she saved you from the fat belly comments, but apparently
no.
not.
When she was walking away up the stairs, she, she pointed at my head like she was like, "Remember your gray hair," and then she pointed down to your belly, like, "Remember your fat belly." When she was walking away, I was like, "Wait a minute."
So funny.
Yep, had to hit out the flamethrower on the way out the door.
She's funny.
She's gonna be her and her sister are just like, oh, they of course, they've learned a lot from Dad. They've been around Dad a lot, so
They know how to tease.
yeah, they've got a lot of the biting humor. They got that male sense of humor.
It's funny.
Yeah, the same. Oh, by the way, speaking of things that look up and everything else, I was looking online. I wanted to do something commemorative, and I was looking up blankets, like things you could turn into blankets. Right? Check this out. I found this amazing little article. Let me show this to you, and then we'll go back to what we're looking at here. So here's one that is talking about turning old leg warmers into blankets.
What?
Yeah, check that out.
Don't you dare turn my leg warmers into blankets. I knew you were going there. I knew that's what this was going to be about. I was like, okay, I'll give him a second. But he's gonna talk about leg warmers, isn't he? You're terrible.
I was like, how many leg warmers would it take? How many? It's kind of like the hot plate math, only it's how many Megan Fox intended leg warmers would it take to keep me warm in a 30 below? I mean,
yeah, or like the chat says, you can make a snake cozy out of them.
That's true. That's true. Actually, so I went to get some Pinky Mouses, for the snake. It needs little pinkies, and the place, for some reason, the guy that works down there, I'm gonna say he was a little gabed, let's say, right?
Okay,
It'll be the best way. Yeah. So
a little poppy seated out, maybe.
exactly. So I was like, I wonder what this extra stuff is that he put in the bag, because he wasn't paying attention. They charged me so much, but I had extra containers in there. So I open it up and I have pinky mouses, other food, whatever. And then I had a hopper mouse in there. Those little white mice that like to jump around, the
Yeah.
little bitty ones you feed to stuff. Only I don't have anything that can eat something like that. So I got an extra hopper mouse, and I told the oldest, and of course, her thing. Oh my goodness, it's a new pet. And I was like, oh no, we don't need a hopper mouse. But
Apparently
then she told
you do.
me, hey,
Apparently you've got one now.
Yeah, she was like, hopper mouse. Yeah. Mine looks really sad. And I was like, why does it look sad? She said, oh, yeah, they're social creatures, Dad. And I asked her,
she's right.
I asked her, while we're at it, do you think it needs to be warm? Because I've heard about some leg warmer.
Did she laugh?
She thinks the leg warmer thing is absolutely hilarious. I told her at
wrong.
first she was like, I'm not doing that. That's mean or anything. And then I was like, I was just messing around with Megan Fox. And she's like, oh yeah, Megan Fox. Yeah, y'all are friends. So you're just messing with them. I was like, yeah, exactly. She's like, yeah, I'm down with that.
That's
now
funny.
the little one came up with a really funny idea, but we've been on the Christmas go so much that we haven't been able to put it together yet.
Oh, that should be good. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for Bug's idea of roasting me. I'm all for it. 100%. I'm in.
Yeah, you already saw the oldest. That was her.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Yeah, she was like, that was her total idea, by the way.
I love it. Tell her I laughed really hard. It was very funny.
Yeah, I told her. She was like, how'd that do?
I showed it to my kids too, and they thought it was hysterical. I showed them all of them.
What's funny about those? So on Facebook, those have been getting thousands of views.
I bet. Did you put them on YouTube too? You should.
I haven't yet. No, I figure I will.
Should.
Yeah, I've never done any short on there or anything. So I figure
it just, you don't get paid for them, but it helps that. Well, you kind of do because it makes the views go up. Yeah, and it keeps the views steady, like when you're not streaming or whatever.
Yeah, with you. All right. So this whole talk here is quite amazing, though, as we were discussing it. They talk about, of course, it's got to be they're lying. All of them are lying. You know how that's got to go. There's going to be a lot of that. Everybody's lying, except weirdly enough, they didn't try to toss Deanna under the bus for that. They said that she was bat crazy, but they didn't say that she was a liar. It's like, man, they must be really getting to them, though. I mean, you can tell. One of the things that I like about this stuff is that you can tell how panicked they really are under all the fake laughs and other bullshit. You can see it. I mean, again, you imagine using the excuse. Like I said, oh, look, the fence, the Christmas party, the barn, how money came in. That makes me a potential creditor. No, that means that you want to keep tabs on. In fact, I would wonder if that is an intent to intimidate Preston and keep her in line. Because you notice that in everything she's doing, now 2L is popping up. Whether that's protective orders, bankruptcy, where she doesn't belong at all. You can't even really make a case for it. She's got to be there.
Oh, that's an interesting observation. So perhaps it's that she's keeping an eye on her, keeping close tabs.
Not just that, but her presence is saying, "Hey, you better stay the fucking line."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how the judge allowed her to stay there, though, as a possible creditor, or the magistrate or whoever. How is that allowed? If you're either a creditor or you're not. I think if you're not added, you shouldn't be in the meeting.
I liked how oh man, Jeremy talking about how they may have looked on that really got to them, because I mean, all of this is about how they looked in their picture, like all of this, all of this, all of this.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
all about that, and apparently she doesn't understand how she doesn't understand how like a bankruptcy hearing is different from something like a protective order. She notes that. She says, I was sent the link. I clicked on it, had to fill in my name. What's your name? I said, Lisa. So I went from there. And, she talks about how she thought she'd have to wait behind things, like in the background or something. I'm like, no, dumbass, you're supposed to be a creditor. You're part of the meeting of creditors. That's what this is for. Oh, my God. Like, you don't even have, like, basic knowledge.
And
goes
why did
on.
she put her last name in there?
Well, then it's actually quite strange, the argument for the last name, because she says that through things they asked about a last name, and when that came up, here, let me find it. So they said, give me a second. So they
It's so
said,
odd.
what's your
If you're
name?
going to be a serious creditor, the court needs to know your full name, dumbass.
Yeah, and when they bring it up, it felt like when she was talking about it, there was like a denial of actual name. The name isn't right. Well, I didn't put that in there, so just a meeting there. So she goes, "Who is Lisa? I don't know who Lisa is." So Michelle's attorney, Jerome, turns around and says, "As of today, Lisa possible." Again, every time you look at this is again, they're gaming. This is the kind of shit I hope Jeremy, like, I'm sure he is taken account of, because
Well, Randy is the special counsel, so I think
Yeah.
Randy can bring it to the attention of
indeed.
who he needs
So
to.
it's like, so they said, "What's your name? Is it Lisa Lee or something like that?" And she just changed my name to Lee. Put Lee there. And I'm like, okay. But I wasn't asked a question. So the whole thing is like, if that name's wrong or anything like that, well, I didn't say anything. It's not really fraud.
That's so weird.
It is. It's a very bizarre argument. But I mean, you can tell through the whole thing, they're waiting for the big gotcha moment. Like, haha, I'm here so I can upset these people. And I mean, they spent the whole time laughing about it, because this is going to be, here it is. It's like, I see the Granger, Anna, she's here too, whatever. Then I notice Lisa and I start laughing. I'm like, oh, this is fabulous. He's going to all of a sudden see my name and lose his shit. This is great. Again, this is about harassment.
What? That's not what bankruptcy court is about. Making one of
That's
the
why they added
creditors
her.
making one of the creditors lose his shit. Like, why
Yeah.
are you even saying these things? If you're part of it, this is a federal hearing, ma'am. This is not a Wendy's. Like, what are we doing? Like, you're supposed to be there for a serious reason. I don't think the court will appreciate you bragging online about how you made another creditor
Oh yeah,
upset.
and I mean, it's all over this transcript. Like,
She's
all
getting
over
kicked
there.
out of there. I'm telling you, she's not going to be at the next one if she this is enough information to have her booted.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, he lies about everything. Oh, by the way, that thing he said about that dude Gene that wasn't supposed to be there. Yeah, that's true. He got booted out. Oh, but anyway.
I didn't understand that thing about the guy named Gene. Who's he?
There was just some random dude that popped up in the wrong
rando?
hearing. Yeah. He was in the wrong hearing. It wasn't
he was in the wrong place.
Yeah, it was in the wrong one.
He was supposed to be there for a different hearing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was, gotcha.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like an overlap that I thought was funny, because he lies about everything. I'm like, wait a minute. That was true, by the way.
That part was true. Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess. Mhm.
So
So not
also,
everything.
the part about Michelle not having her camera on and stuff, that was true, but it's no big deal. Well, if you kept up with the other hearings, all of this stuff, again, if a trustee has to tell you over and over and over and over and over to do something, that's a problem.
Yes.
That's an absolute problem. Now, here's a weird thing, too. She says that she thought she was going to have to do all of this stuff, She was going to, but her mic wasn't even set up. It wasn't even on. I didn't say nothing. I didn't have you wait. So you why were you there?
So what? You were there just listening.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I was
probably
just to
and
make
probably
reports about them.
recording.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, after the statements,
God.
there were again one of the reasons I went through as well, because I wanted to make sure I saw people talking about how video and stuff was brought up, and I wanted to see exactly what was stated. That one statement, though, makes two statements. One at work, but talks about the trustee. Because the trustee was this, that, and the other. That's what no, the trustee, they were calm. Again, how would you know that?
How would Gabe
you're watching them?
know what the trustee was like? Wasn't he at work all day?
That's what they said. So at 17.
So how did he know?
Yeah, well, that's a perfect question. How would they know? Unless, because I mean, it came up in the discussion. He says, I was saying when we got off from work, what happened. And it didn't say, you can see this is why I have to live, because it's like, I just shot. What? No, that's not what it said. Shocked is the word. You have to figure out what the words are and who's talking again. Now AI is getting better. I'm thinking about training AI for each one of these people. I can train the AI to recognize who's speaking.
That would
I
be
give
funny.
them nicknames. Yeah. But like, oh, this one's slush mouth. Slush mouth stuff.
That would be funny. You should. That would be so much easier to read.
So they went through, though, and talked about, again, here, that he was at work. Now, the transcript actually does not. This is a problem with transcripts, too. If a lot of people are talking at once, sometimes it doesn't pick up what is being discussed in that. So I went through and put it together myself for timestamps, because the timestamp, they come in at 24:31, right in there. That's when, you can see it clumps the timestamp. That's why a lot of times I'll give a timestamp right off the top, because it clumps them up. But around 24:31, Gabe talks about how, again, with the trustee, you can see it, but it doesn't catch the whole statement. It catches a piece of it because it couldn't understand him saying calm. But you can see where they're talking about about shuck it, he's losing it. Oh, he's frustrated, but not her. Oh, not her. She's quite comfortable. Oh, she's going on. It's so good. And right in the middle of all of this here, you actually, let's see, where is it? She's not completely frustrated. I hate having to pull out the the wording for it, but you can see, like, again, in this statement through here, this is where it comes up, and we caught it. Well, other people caught it at first, and then after other people caught it, where I went, the first thing I did was grab the whole thing, and make sure, because of the discussion itself, you can see them talking about the trustee, how the trustee is, and then he throws in the middle of that, I can't. Oh, she seemed calm. Like, again, how would you know unless you were listening in, which couldn't be because he was at work, or that he was watching a recording. Oops.
Yeah, there's
like
no way. How would he know? And he's contradicting what his wife, who's the only person who could have told him what it was like, he's contradicting her.
Yeah. So it's so weird.
He's really funny. He's too. I like, Gabe, never stop smoking as much as you do. Just stop driving when you're high. But don't quit the smoking, because it makes you dumb enough to say things you really shouldn't say.
I don't know if it's that. Maybe it's just that.
Well, it could be, but also the weed doesn't help. Let me tell you. We were Christmas shopping. We were at the mall all day. I will tell you something. I'm a person who thought weed should be legalized, and I still believe it, but I really think it is so unpleasant to be around crowds of people when every third person stinks like weed. I can't figure out why people still smell that way. Why are you there's like gummies you can take, there's drinks you can drink where no one has to smell you. I was so grossed out. I almost gagged like 3 times because people were they reeked so bad. Can you imagine how bad Felicia and Gabe smell with all the bong hits?
Oh,
I
and
hate
God
that. It
knows what
smells like a
else.
skunk attacked, and you're in a crowded mall with a bunch of hot people. Gross, guys. Keep your
Yeah, you mean
smoking
hot, like
weed to your
sweaty,
house.
just to say. Hot as in sweaty, people.
Hot as in like overheated,
Not like, "Ooh, look at
temperature-wise.
that
Nobody
person.
was hot.
Mm."
Everyone stunk like skunk weed. God, it was
Ugh.
awful. It was awful. I really hate that. I really hate having to be around people who stink like that. Don't they know how bad they smell? Like, seriously, just keep that crap at home. Ugh.
Well,
Very
here they are.
frustrating.
Here's her whole thing about, again, so as they go forward with Jeremy, you know, Gabe, he's like, I just get off work. It was like, what happened? Well, I just shocked Jeremy. This is great. It's great. I just shocked him. Oh, and she let me see the whole video. And I'm like, this dude's a complete idiot. He's an idiot. Yeah, you got him flustered. I did. I totally shocked him. He hates you. Now, there's been discussion here of this. Their excuse here.
Wait, what do you mean she let me see the video? What is
Well,
this?
now he did record a video. So their excuse is going to be, this is about the video of him, you know, online. That'll be their automatic. The problem that they run into with this statement right here is that, again, he talks about how the trustee seemed later on. I think those two things by themselves, just got back from work and how the trustee is, that's a problem right there. That's a big problem.
I think he just admitted to see that she let him see the video.
It's possible. Well, with this right here, they could have deflected and said no, this, because
but they didn't.
Well, they haven't had a chance yet. But that's
well, it sure sounds like. Look, the way I'm reading that, there's a video.
Yeah, well, like I said,
hearing.
That alone would have been deflectable. But the problem is that in 4 more minutes, he's going to come back and then talk about. You see what I mean? When you put it all together, it puts in this mountain of stuff, and it's like, whoopsie. That's a big whoop, because it doesn't matter how you deflect.
Never change.
His statement's a bad one. It really causes and again, all of this is about, you know, upsetting Jeremy Hales. You know, and of course, Paint Chips is a victim. Did you know that, by the way?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh yeah. Tell me all about how that guy is don't. I've been trying not to swear for Christmas. I can't.
Oh, Lord, I don't know.
All I want for Christmas is that guy back in jail.
Santa would have to bring me a hammer to break the swear jar.
I know. I can't. Do not tell me about how he's a victim, please. I'm keeping my lips zipped. I'm trying desperately not to use swear words at the time of our Lord's birth.
This stuff, though. I mean, it gets so amazing. All of this, because again, the whole thing is about him losing a little one. Hey, what's up, kiddo?
What's up? Sure. And you know I build Legos.
I know you build Lego. Like I said, you better go get comfortable. You better get up there so we can. If you don't get rest, we're not going to be able to do presents tomorrow. You want to do presents?
Well, what about Boo?
What about the snake? I don't think I did get him a present. I got him some pinkies, and I gave him one yesterday while you were sleeping. You want to help me later and give in the Ghost Menaces some of their new food? You want to help me with that? Okay. Well, hey, go upstairs. Close my door. I didn't hear it close before the last time, too. You can be a big girl for me and close it up.
I forgot.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Love you. She's very excited about the oncoming present thing. You know?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, she's so excited about it. You know, you remember being little in Christmas. You're like, oh, Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember not being able to sleep. I remember just it being the best time ever. The chat is nice enough to be giving me alternative swear words. Slim suckers? That's funny. How about mother forking weirdo? That one's funny.
You know, schools, they will actually suspend kids for words that sound like words.
Oh, I know. So my son, Hangry got in trouble. Of course, it was Catholic school. I mean, to be fair, he was at Catholic school. He got in trouble for saying, I think it was frick. And I was like, well, buddy, you're not supposed to say that. We've already been over that. It sounds too much like the F word. Let's come up with some other words you could say that, you won't get in trouble for. And he came up with some really good ones. And I want to say it was like, it was something like baldersnatch or something like that. And he got in trouble for saying it.
I
couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a minute, that's not a swear word. And also it's funny. How could you get on him for saying, bubble gum or whatever, son of a biscuit eater? Yeah, son of a nutcracker. That's funny.
One of my uncle we're gonna go see, for Christmas. We go and do stuff at their house. He is a very religious, very austere man. Nice guy, love him, right? But never gets mad, never profanes. I was out with him one time. We were building up a big shed for his combine, putting up something massive, and he gets in there while he's hammering something up. He just nails his finger. Just, for me, there would have been probably maybe a couple of conjunctions, but the rest would have been profanity. He's like, ooh, that makes me want to say a naughty word. No, oh my God. I mean, that has stuck with me all my life.
Oh, that's cute.
So funny. Yeah, because he got that when his face turned red. And the worst he ever got to was it makes me want to say a naughty word.
This is funny. Bog whop it. That's hilarious.
Bog whop
it. And look at fudgy bites.
That's
Dixie Normus. That didn't work.
No. You could just say Luthman, well, that can mean pile of.
Fire trucker. That's funny. Fire trucker.
I just took a Luthman.
Yeah, I like Mother Trucker. I always like doing the Mother Trucking Convoy. That's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, that always worked for me.
Oh, it's just, I'm trying to be more YouTube friendly.
Well, I'm just like, my mind knows to shut off certain things as, if a kid's in my vicinity, but otherwise, I'm old and I don't care, That's just
I know. But sometimes I feel like I get into a habit, that I don't necessarily want to be in. Like I'm far more creative than that. I can be more creative. I may be bringing back Shakespearean swear words. That'll be funny. I have a lot of Shakespearean insults. I have a whole book of them. I should pull that out someday. Those are fun.
I've got a cub with a bunch of Shakespearean insults like all around it. Somebody bought me.
Yeah, they're good. They're great.
Yeah. I thought that was funny though. I got a coffee cup with them like all the way around, wrapped around it. And I was like, that's pretty funny. How to start your morning with a Shakespearean insult for others. So here she is talking about, again, harassment. I'm telling you, man, it was funny. Just the way it laid out. I was there. I was like, my name just said Lisa, now Lee. And, I'm looking around. It just dawned on me like, oh, my God, Jeremy, he's going to lose his shit right now in the court. He's definitely losing. I'm going to tell you exactly how he lost it. I'm getting there. So, again, this whole thing is about telling you how he lost his shit,
Yeah.
Again, the whole thing about, but they did. What's funny is they do actually tell you a few things that, that kind of give away the game. They do tell you like the fact that Preston, they're going to depose her in a courtroom over in Levy County. Why? Because John Cook. That's why. They give away things
she did
like
the same thing that she did in her deposition, which is talking to John when she's supposed to be answering questions and letting John tell her what to say. What's
funny is you have the Fats doing damage control, being like, oh, well, he's taking care of the kids. I'm like, You know, what was she supposed to? We'll get to this part, but what's she supposed to do? You know, kick them out? Well, that doesn't stop them any other time. Why is it that when you're having court hearings, that's the time they can't go somewhere else? But any other time, they definitely can, right? Oh well, I guess that makes it clear.
She really thinks she's going to keep on doing the same thing she's always done and keep getting away with it. But I'm telling you, Lynette, you're going to run into a judge or a magistrate one day, like Judge Grabe, or this magistrate who isn't going to let you get away with your crap. And in fact, the magistrate didn't. The magistrate said, no more of this. We will have in-person depositions then in the court because you can't be trusted to follow the rules.
By the way, pointed out, you know, the thumbnail case is now officially showing as closed. You know,
great.
Yeah, on the docket. Let me pull that up.
Well, that's weird because it's not technically closed.
No, but you know, it's
because they have to have their hearing for how much money.
Yeah, but today, that, by the way, you know, there's been a lot of time here. Let's show on the docket too. It gets right to the point of that you know, they're going to have that they had granting motions for sanctions. Again, if they need just a one headline blurb to get it through to idiots out there that have been lied to repeatedly, that there are no sanctions. Look, you can see, first of all, it does have a status. See, the status is closed there. So it does note that it's closed, all the action, but you can see right here on the docket, for anybody out there that seems confused still about that, order granting defendant's motion for sanctions. So
yep,
there it is. Yes, Michelle, Preston, and Scott Stark. And again, we've talked about that already.
Did you see what they said about it in the transcript?
What's that?
Oh God, it was so funny. If I can find it, it was so funny because they are in such denial.
Oh, I mean, they've got to feed that all of them over there. You know, they're all rocket surgeons, right?
Oh yeah, rocket surgeons.
I always love that. Yeah.
I like the rocket surgeons.
I always like that. You know,
that's
I can't remember. I remember. I don't remember. I heard it somewhere else, but the thing that mainstreamed it, I think, was that show Supernatural. You know, there was a part where a guy was funny. Like, you know, what do you think I am, a rocket surgeon? Yeah,
that's funny. So this is what they were saying about the about what happened to Bruce. Okay, he was referred, okay, the referral. So basically now I'm not a lawyer, okay, and Rich can tell me because he was a lawyer if I'm wrong in this. Listen, Felisa, don't ask a disbarred, disgraced attorney who spent 4 years in prison for legal advice, okay? He doesn't know what he's talking about. But she says, Rich, am I right? You know, please do, okay, from what I understand. So is the judge made an order based off, if you ask me, bullshit, because obviously Bruce wasn't there to defend himself. I think if Bruce thought he had to be there, he would have.
Yeah, I saw them spinning that, and I thought, what? Are they, you know, he didn't know about it, but I saw them. They also were mentioning that in, let me see if I still have the screenshots, because they were doing damage control. The first damage control came up during the mods channel. You know, she was in the comments trying to say things like that, trying to tell people.
And here, listen to this, what she says. Number 2, whatever this order is, it seems as though it's more of a referral to the bar. And because the Florida bar is the one who has to take action against Bruce, from what I understand, if he did something inappropriately. There is no chance in hell that the Florida bar isn't going to investigate this and find that he, on a referral from a judge, where the judge has an order that says, I find that he is practicing law without a license.
These people,
there's no way it's not going to be a disciplinary hearing. Oh, and you know what the greatest part is? If there is a disciplinary hearing in Florida, it's going to be televised. It'll be on their YouTube or whatever, their website.
My God. But the damage control, though, it's so severe. Again, they will only cover things like, oh man, Dan Owens. Oh, they love cops. They'll cover all of that, of course. You know, cops the greatest people ever. Prosecutors, even though, well, look at them. They're like, I was wrongly convicted. You know, my man was wrongly put in the slammer. But
Oh God.
yeah, but meanwhile, God, that's such idiots, dude. But they won't cover anything that comes up like that. All right, here is the damage control. I found it. By the way, I appreciate the people who put these things in in screenshots, because I wouldn't be able to find all this stuff on my. I say so. They're like, no money has been awarded to Germ. No money
yet. But it will be when the bankruptcy is settled.
Yeah, and that
that's
tells you
all they're waiting for.
Hey, that tells you too. Not going to be washing away all of that. Sorry about your luck. You know,
Yep.
they're waiting until. Yeah, but if Bruce was supposed to be there, there would be something on the docket saying why he wasn't there. This is their damage control in the freaking chat.
What?
Yeah, or he would have been there.
You
One
know
or the
what?
other.
We need to find the order that ordered them to be there in person, because I know that there was one.
Oh yeah, yeah. We that was made very clear to them, you know, because Michelle Preston told the court she wasn't going to be there. Remember, and the court came back and said no, but he wouldn't just not show. What? Fed wouldn't say what? You know, remember that he didn't just show. Yeah.
From what I know of Bruce, all we know of Bruce is that he runs and hides like a little coward baby.
Then they, of course, you know how they use mail for, oh, well, she gets your stuff by regular mail. So there's a delay. She's really capable of writing the court emails when it befits her, though, right?
Yep.
I mean, because she's been emailing the shit out of the court. You know, we've seen that. But, oh, she can't, suddenly if she's told something through email, suddenly she has no option of reading that. She can't check that out too, you know, but they know that she's got a delay. Germ counts on it. Again, this is the deflection for all of them. When the sanctions come in, she's screwed. There is no deflection. There is no way. You can spin it all you want, but ultimately, and again, it's on Michelle. Like, Michelle is an idiot. She is allowing these people yet again into her stuff. And I like I said, I think I understand the spin, the sell point, unless they're playing Fleesa, which they could be too. They absolutely could be playing 2L. But the spin to it, I always wonder too, who exactly does Jerome represent? With all these people communicating with Jerome, who does he represent?
Yeah,
because he's definitely, well, he's not representing the best interests of Lynette Preston, in my opinion.
Why is he does Lynette know that her attorney is speaking to Lisa?
I think the spin to her is, well, if we can get him to recognize this money that was, again, the stupidest idea, but if we can get that and you're supposedly owed, maybe she can get your property and you won't lose it.
Oh,
I think
my
that's
God.
the spin, because remember, they're talking
if
about.
If she gets her property, she's not going to give it to you, Lynette.
That goes with what we've been talking about forever about them kicking, because you think about it, they're talking about wanting to be early creditors. Now, why would they want to be in the front of the line as creditors? Because they could get something. What is the one thing?
Why would you give her anything else when she took $100,000 from you in your name and still has not paid you the money she owes you? Why would you ever give her anything else? Why would you ever trust her with anything?
They could
include in your property.
I bet. I mean, I bet you money. Again, there is no proof of what I'm saying here. But what else? What other spin would work? But on the same side of it, again, depending on who that guy is actually representing, well, you could actually have him setting up the fats, putting them. But of course, I don't feel like he represents. The advice that Preston has been given. Again, you got to remember one thing. Like, we're not taking shots in the dark about stuff that we know. Again, Michelle Preston has told a source, which people know about now,
Or told
but
you directly certain things.
but she told on Bankruptcy, she was giving updates of what these people were saying and telling her. So we absolutely know, the advice that they were given, and some of that advice was like, that doesn't benefit Michelle Preston. What she's saying, that benefits somebody else. So, and again, that falls on her because she's too dumb to freaking see that she's getting played. She's an idiot. She is an absolute idiot with it. But
if she does trust this woman with one more inch of her property, I just can't. I can't with this. I can't believe this person has gotten away with her scams over her entire lifetime, because she must be one of the lowest IQ people I have ever run across. And I am snookered at how she did this.
Okay. I think, where are they now with VH1 points out the mindset of people. They see somebody that's extremely successful with the Hales, right? And there are people out there that just root for his demise. They want it to fall apart.
Sure.
They see that. So they don't necessarily give a shit what the method of it, what mechanism they use.
Right.
So if it's this woman that's that is now turned on her and wants to put her in jail, so what? None of that matters. It's never real anyway. So she talks about, though, through this stuff, she's like, oh, well, here comes Shockett coming in and asking, starts to question Michelle, right? And I think, this isn't here. And what's this about? But I guess, she doesn't understand how you get to ask people questions about what's happening. And she's still telling her audience that Shockett, he has no connection with the court and the trustee whatsoever. None of that. He's just out there randomly asking questions because, I don't know, just random. I suppose.
Oh my God.
He's trying to get her to go down the point of our financials. Our financials. Oh, that's weird.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I can't even believe the stupidity. I'm sorry. I just can't.
I like the word "or," by the way, our financials,
Yeah, our financial.
And she's like,
so
oh,
their
this is,
financials are commingled now? Are we saying
yeah,
they're
well, she's
yours?
like, okay, this is where I'm going to come in. She thought she would get to come in and argue about finances. That's why she wanted to be in
Oh
it.
yeah, we
She
want
said,
her to, we want to see her
yeah, yeah,
finances.
lock your
Definitely.
dumb
Let's
ass
go.
in.
Let's
Yeah, for
effing
real.
go.
So he starts asking her about how many times she's been bankrupt, and through that, right? And she's like, well, that, there's stuff that's true, but it's the way he asks it. He looks down on you and he tucks down on you. I listened to, we heard Randy. We actually heard him, and he had the patience of a fucking saint with that woman.
He did. And
If you
the
think that's
criticism
looking
that
down on you,
the criticism that Bruce gave him over that deposition, I was like, man, what deposition are you watching? That man had the patience of Job.
yeah.
Someone call the Pope. Give him a sainthood. He is far more patient than I would ever be.
This also tells you they don't understand lawyers. When he's asking her questions, he asks her the same question more than once, trying to change the question around, and asking you to. I guess that's what lawyers tend to do when no shit. That's what they do. They get you in lies.
But also, a lot of times when he was trying to clarify things, where what she would contradict herself in the middle of the testimony. So he's like, wait a minute, you're not answering the question I asked. And he'd go back and he would ask the question again, because she never would answer the question he was asking, or she would answer it in a way that contradicted something she said 5 minutes ago.
Right.
So then you have to go back and you have to ask again.
And they they celebrate and admit that, yeah, Michelle's giving him attitude. Now, remember, that little performance, it isn't just something that it's Shockett versus Preston. No, that's not how this sets up. It's really, again, you're in a bankruptcy asking for things, and you're asking to have all of this discharged. And they're allowed again. You put in these people, you put in all these creditors for litigation. You did things maliciously. You say, oh, well, X, Y, and Z. And they know that some of this stuff is not real. So they could ask you, and what? Oh, she's got attitude. And she's like, because she's having attitude because she's asked the same thing numerous times. He turns around and she says, yes. She's had a bankruptcy before. He's like, I don't know, like 30 years ago. But she's got an attitude. Okay. Well, in the middle of that, they're also talking about, oh, Randy, he has behind himself, he's got a background on there, the computerized backgrounds. Yeah. Oh my God, that's AI. That's AI.
Well, but lots of people put a green screen or a Zoom background on so as to not, dox where they are or whatever. That's normal. They also your favorite vomit sits in a fake kitchen. Every single stream he does. Are you ever like, oh my God,
his hair
it's
is
AI.
slithering off every time he moves? The remnants of the 3 strands that just slither off across the counter.
And one time his face was reflecting the green screen and he was completely green like the Grinch. That was so funny.
So then through it, she's like, he starts getting agitated because someone's there, it's John with Harley in the next room. So he's like, who's there? I heard somebody. I clearly heard somebody. And she's like, it's John's got my daughter, what do you want me to do? Put her outside? Again.
Well, 72 degrees out there. And if you had a decent place for her to play, which you say that you do, then she should be fine out there.
They lived in the motherfucker. Excuse my word. They lived in the shed. I was like, oh, she lived in a shed, dude.
You think outside is worse than that? Because it's not.
Go back to the shed.
And also, John's not supposed to be in the room. So why isn't he with her outside playing with her on a swing or whatever? Like what? Take her for a walk. I don't know. Go feed the chickens. Go take care of the turtles. There's got to be plenty of things to do around there. Go give the turtles their antibiotics.
The stupid almost drove me to compound profanity.
See, I told you.
No.
It's really hard. It's really hard not to swear about these people. I'm trying my hardest.
It's the dumbest things ever. I'm like, you let these, and the fats are sitting there. Oh, this is funny. You let that kid live in a freaking shed all this time, and you want to defend the fact that she has to be in there right now. Well, man, that's weird. What happened to that attitude and all that care and concern and consideration when they were begging for money so they could get out of that little cramped box where they're all living there? Oh, you didn't care then.
She's always using that kid as an excuse to why she can't be in court the way she's supposed to. Always. I have a disabled child. I have to be. She can't be alone. It's like, ma'am, that is not the court's problem.
John's watching her right there. She's not
like a babysitter.
I'm just saying, oh, those were the exact words because Jeremy said them. They were exact. He's like, wait a minute, I thought he lied about everything.
Right.
But so she gets asked about 4 or 5 questions. This is again them admitting. And he said something that's supposed to be yes or no. It was yes or no question. And you hear John in the background, supposedly, again, according to them, saying to Harley, no. And shock it. I like how it picks up jacket because, slush mouth.
Yeah.
Literally snaps. He literally snaps. He's freaking the F out. The guy's a total a-hole. Yeah, we heard the other deposition, by the way.
Do they know how inappropriate it is for her to do what she's doing in a deposition?
She's not supposed to have anyone around. So,
and it's not snapping. It's completely normal for a lawyer to say, Your Honor, we cannot continue like this. Yeah. This needs to stop.
So with the trustee, the trustee is like, it's quite obvious you're not going to be comfortable. This isn't going to be a comfortable thing. So you're going to have to do this in person. Oh, I thought, again, they were all lying about stuff like that. And so he's like, yeah, we'll do this. We'll do it in Levy County or something as a depot. huh? I thought everyone was, and then they bring up with Jeremy. Jeremy's like, excuse me, can I say something? This is again the way that they note right there. Now, mind you, I haven't said a word. My mic's off. I said nothing. Now you can see it just says Lisa Lee. That's just it. My name, black rectangle. He's like, can I say something? And she says, yeah, sure. And he goes, this Lisa Lee person, she was in Ohio court in an illegal third-party contact type thing. This is just a month ago, which they say, he lied about that. Lied, I'm sure. I'm sure their framework of it is not exactly how it came up. But it's like she's probably recording this right now. And the trustee goes, well, recording would be illegal. And she goes, I'm going to mention this now because obviously she didn't before. Now, she's trying to say, like she tries to bring this up. This is a really interesting little spin here.
Oh, she's going to say she didn't know it was illegal.
They didn't disclose it at the beginning. Now, I knew that, of course.
That does not make any difference whatsoever. None. Lisa, if you have a recording of this thing, you're in serious trouble. Because you are in the jurisdiction. Your little friend Vomit, what he didn't tell you about all the times he got away with recording in courts, what he didn't tell you was he was never within their jurisdiction. You are in Florida. This is in Florida federal court. You are clearly within the jurisdiction of the court. They can yank you in front of them and give you and do lots of things to you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, indeed.
You can never, ever do this in a jurisdiction where they have power over you. The only way you can get away with it is if it's in some other state where you're not traveling and they're not going to be able to reach across state lines to get you. And I'm not recommending it. I don't say you should do it. I'm just saying that's what Vomit's not telling you. He's not telling you that he only gets away with it because he does it from across state lines. Not even he is dumb enough to do this in a jurisdiction where they have power over him.
This is supposedly Jeremy when he lost his mind too, because he said, hey, this person here, they've been involved in other stuff. They're again, when you look at what they've been doing recently, again, what have they been showcasing? What have we seen over and over again? We've seen footage coming from Lynette Preston to these people that they've showed continually, which is definitely going to pop up. By the way, I hope to God the fat shows up for I'm so good. I hope it happens. Again, you can tell your audience that all those things that Lynette Preston said, they weren't real. But I tell you what, it'll be real fun when you folks, if you all want to go on record, by the way, Lynette, and you want to deny it in a courtroom that those recordings are not real, then that will be real fun. Because I tell you, I will go and I'll have that shit authenticated. And somebody's ass will be going to jail. Like I made it very clear, by the way, if they could totally own me, totally. I made a bet with them. Again, I will repeat this until doomsday because I think it's funny. $30,000 I'm putting up. My own money against your property. Yeah, against their property. That if it's fake, that's an easy 30 grand. They could just snatch it up, right?
Yeah,
go to a third party authenticator, and bam, if it's fake. But the problem is they know it's not.
Yeah, they know it's not.
So, but they can't pull that into court. So it'll be real fun when some people get met with, hey, well, Beecham, what now? Oh yeah, I talked to Beecham, who's my pal. That'll be a fun one too. I'm sure Beecham will enjoy that discussion as well. But yeah, he ignored me about this woman that I say stole all my money, who's also my witness now.
So strange.
Oh God,
this whole strange little place in Levy County is just crazy.
But all of this, they're like, oh my God, I got to him. He's freaking out. Oh, that's it. Oh, and I was laughing hysterically. You know that, Robbie? Was I not? So after
this is a game to her. Bankruptcy court, federal court. It's a game.
2 hours. They all got together and celebrated. Robbie and fucking her. They get together for hours, laughing hysterically because he's freaking out. Again, this is Michelle Preston's life too. I mean, when you get down to it, but they start talking about weird things. So later on, they talk about how they've gotten for Ohio and also with bankruptcy, they've got transcripts of stuff. This comes up, and I thought, wait, transcripts of the protective order hearings? How do you have a transcript of that? Like, I'm curious. The only way that you have
there's no, wait a minute, transcript. Only the parties can order a transcript.
Here, check this out.
Only the parties can order a transcript, and they would have had to have paid like $2,500 to $3,000 for them. So did they come up with another $3,000?
I was not in Ohio. I was not in a Zoom meeting. I was not backstage. Nothing. I was not there. So in his video, he's trying to figure out, well, why is she here? 3 possible reasons. The reason she's a creditor or whatever, and they're talking about the Zoom thing. She said, I don't need to be in the no by going to court. I can look at the transcripts.
Oh,
I can
really?
Look at the freaking what transcript?
Who's
what
got
documents?
the transcripts?
What documents too? Again, for Ohio, the only way there's a transcript of that is if you're illegally recording it and creating a transcript from it,
or if you paid for it from the court reporter. But that would only be, so that would mean Lynette or John paid the $3,000 for the transcript
and linked it to these freaking morons.
But they would have, if they had that, an illegal transcript, they absolutely would have already been reading it online. There is no, I do not believe them that they have a legal transcript.
Right here. This is yet another piece I hope Hales utilizes, because they're talking about Ohio.
Yep.
They're talking about have documentation, transcripts.
You know what? By the way, Jeremy would know if a transcript was ordered by either party, because it would go through, his lawyer would be notified. So Jeremy, is Jeremy in the chat? Did you get notified that a transcript was ordered from the Ohio proceeding? I don't know if Jeremy's here, but I would like to know the answer of that question, because he would know. His team would know.
They could create an illegal transcript, though. They could record.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So if no one requested an actual... Oh, Jeremy says there have been no transcripts.
Huh.
So you need to find... Jeremy, you need to take this transcript and show it to the magistrate in Ohio.
Right here. Get you a nice little clip of that. There's
what transcripts?
Yeah. Well, again, yeah. They're like, hey, Also, the funny thing is that they go through the whole Ohio thing, and they started trying to tell you again that there were 2 witnesses there. They were signed in on Zoom. Now, Jeremy, of course, he wouldn't know who that is, we're going to get you with that. But they were supposedly, again, giving live updates. And that's how she supposedly knew what was happening.
Todd, would you send Jeremy the timestamp and screenshot of that?
Of this? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just as a note, he's asking if you would send that to him. This is unbelievable. They're telling on themselves. She had to have made a recording, and then she made a transcript from the recording, and she screwed up and said she had a transcript. How are you going to talk your way out of this one, Fleesa?
You just have to love this stuff. I love it because, again, I went through myself and listen to this garbage, because there are so many things like this that are just wow, absolutely wow. Like, they admit to the dumbest stuff. They admit, again, this whole live stream is an admission, though, about harassment. Hey, I want to harass Jimmy Hales. And it's like,
that's so creepy.
Well, yeah, because again, though, that is that's their bread and butter. That's how they make their money. Get online, talk about how they harass Jeremy Hales. Isn't that ha ha, fun times, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's creepy too. It's creepy because they're so invested in doing that. They are. They're so they also said last night that, you know, one day they're gonna make me identify who I'm talking about with the Hales haters, anti-Hales. Who are they? You know, gonna make me identify. I identify them right now. I'm talking about all these.
Everybody
morons.
knows you're anti-Hales. Everybody. Why are you even denying it?
You're
part of
that's
the.
all
I
they
thought that
are.
was. I thought you brag about being anti-Hales. You love being anti-Hales. That's your entire platform. Is anti-Jeremy Hales. You want to take him down. You've said it multiple times. That's your entire purpose for being. Just admit it. Own it. Own it.
It's just so funny, man. They while they're bringing up stuff too. One of my favorite things that they're that they say while this is going on, they're also calling Michelle a lie. You know, I've stuck with Michelle and the child and John to this day. And you know, so oh, she got mad and said stuff. She got mad is what the word's supposed to be. She thinks I did something. She's wrong and will be proven wrong. That's fine. So she's a liar. She's a liar.
But I've stuck with her to this day. Excuse me. No, you haven't. You were calling her
turned
a punt.
on her live and
You
kept
called
her
her
running.
you called her a punt. And ungrateful. You called her ungrateful.
Oh, it's so good.
You called her all kinds of names. You said people shouldn't support her anymore. You said she can't be trusted with money. You said you were worried about the child's education.
Yeah. They spend a lot of time, though, taking their shots. Again, if you were to take this transcript, though, and boil it down to one idea, the idea is that, again, that we upset Jeremy. Ha, ha, ha. We got you, Jeremy. Crazy.
Right.
Man.
That's the whole point of it. Obviously, that's what she was there for.
It's just weird, you know. So let's see.
Yeah, these people are not normal. They're
so here's Ohio, by the way. So with Ohio, I was not in Ohio. I was not on Zoom meeting. I was not backstage. Nothing. I wasn't there. So, you know, they're talking about that. Then they go into the witnesses, you know, for how did they know about stuff? Well, let's see, what is it? 37. There it is, right there. I can tell you this. There were a couple of witnesses there that were backstage. A couple of witnesses. I don't know if Jeremy knew who were there, but there was a couple. However, I wasn't one of them, right? But I was right there asking questions. But look,
that's so weird.
I was right there asking questions. But afterwards, I was sitting at my computer. So right there, the whole time I'm asking questions, and right afterward, I'm sitting at my computer. So what do? I'm getting answers. I'm literally posting everything. So they're telling you the couple of witnesses there are supposedly. Now, again, witness would not be able to tell you anything about what is happening in a moment. They are not privy to it. You're either sitting there on the phone, listening in, or somebody's giving you information. And again, they're posting like right off when that happens. Their timing, they kind of screw up with that. They also made a statement. I loved this. This is one of the others brings in. They're like, this is about Jeremy. Wow. You know, it doesn't matter how big a channel it gets or how big the truth will bring it down. That's a statement about Jeremy Hales, his channel. The truth will bring it down. So
a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, what a bunch of freaking nut jobs,
What a bunch of weirdos.
Well, the admissions, man. The admissions are all about, again, you know, Jeremy Hales is a monster, according to them, because Jeremy Hales, you know, oh my God, he says things about the way that these people act, about how they are. He actually doesn't sit in the corner and cry himself to sleep. So he's the monster. But meanwhile, they talk about how they're going to destroy him, how they harass him at every turn. It's amazing. And they are like a wealth of information on these subjects. It's
unreal.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like I said, I've never, but I'm not happy that I had to sit through and listen to all this garbage. It was not fun, you know? It was not fun at all. They still, by the way, after dumping stuff, of course, their denials, they try to make them smaller and work them in. I like it. I like how they, the 12 days of bombshell day when Michelle contacts Tug to help put the Fats in prison for stealing her money. She didn't talk to Tug. Like, oh,
Yes, she
man,
did.
got to make it smaller. Got to make can't bring up the fact again. Those newer clips where she's actually talking. You notice they've been very mum about that. They don't want to bring up the new ones where you can actually hear her talking to me.
Right.
Oh, I'm having fun. Anyway, I thought that was a good one, though. That was
Excellent.
cool. Yeah. Now, Jeremy had a video, which I really did want to cover today. It was going to be my subject for today because he talked about everything. And we will still get there because, again, the bankruptcy thing is the bankruptcy thing. We'll get to that. Now, Thursday, again, tomorrow, obviously, we will be with Miss Megalodonus Foe. And then
we will.
Yes.
Oh, and I have a special thing happening tomorrow. So because you guys liked the musical interlude so much, I think that the oldest might be playing her cello for you.
All right. That'll be great.
Yeah, on a little Christmas Eve cello music. Should be interesting. And the girls actually said they might sing you a song too.
Yeah. That was really good. I liked it. I thought that was it was nice, especially for the ceiling for the what in the world?
I know. She got so many comments, you guys. She really loved it. And by the way, I did give her her money today and she spent it on herself at the mall. She had a lot of fun because we were Christmas shopping and she got to buy some things for herself. So, and thank you for all the compliments. She really ate it up. She loved it so much. She's reading all your comments.
You tell her she did great there.
I will. She appreciated that. And you know what? She didn't get to do a recital this year. So it was like that, it was nice that she got to play for people and she got to play for the biggest crowd she's ever played for.
By the way, I want to bring one other thing up too. I just got given something, so I want to bring it up as part of all of that. 1 minute. So let me make sure this thing will lock in, so I can actually show it first before. Of course not. I'm gonna post it. Fuck it, stupid freaking thing. I'm telling you, right after I tried to go over, by the way, and look at computer towers because I was like, screw it. I've got to go get a new one. Right? Yeah, I couldn't get near that crap today. Couldn't even get near it.
No, chat. I did not get my minivan back. It is still in the shop. I am still sharing a vehicle with Mr. Fox. He's generous enough to give it to me when I need it.
Now, okay, so Marla is not liked, right? Marla by Preston. She's made that clear, right?
Right.
So they're not pals. They're not hanging out.
That's what we were told.
Yeah, okay. Well, why then is she commenting on how Preston looked for the...
How did she know what she looked like?
Yeah, I'm posting that right now.
Oh my God, could this be the other witness who was in the background Jeremy didn't know about?
Well, she's talking about for the bankruptcy thing. This is for the...
Again, there must have been a video.
There has to be something because, this is what a statement. She's talking about how she looked and stuff. Again, okay, so here, this is small, by the way. All right, I posted it to Facebook because this stupid thing's being idiotic. But you can see it right here. And I realize it's small there, but I did post as well. Look at it on Facebook at your leisure if you wish. But you can see Marla here. And she's noting how Michelle looked good yesterday. Her hairstyle is pretty and understated. How would she know?
How would she know?
They're not friends. They're not hanging out, right? They're not supposed to be talking to one another.
That did jive with what Jeremy and George said. They said Lynette's hair looked nice. They did say that. So it appears to be an accurate statement. How would she know?
Yeah, because again, we've been told multiple times that they're not pals.
There had to have been a video. Jeremy, you've got to get all of this to the magistrate.
I mean, this is a person, again, Michelle has
crazy.
been like, I haven't talked to her forever. I don't like her, anything, right?
Right.
So,
And they're
very
not
strange.
friends.
Yep. Very, very
How did she know
interesting.
what she looked like?
Oh my
That's
God.
so
You know who?
crazy.
There are many of you out there, by the way, that catch these things that are amazing. I like I watch So You Don't Have To, likes to put up clips. I mean, there are
Oh,
a bunch
yeah.
of you. Again,
Those
I
are
don't want to
fun.
shout out one person and, you know, not give other people credit either. But I mean, with this, it's amazing to go through and to look at and to look at all the comments of some of these. Here's the shocking. Let's look at those real quick. Actually, I watch So You Don't Have To, posted a few. You can see them here. I always like looking through them. I haven't had a chance to look through them all.
I can't believe they haven't banned her from the chat yet. Because
Even with it
she
there.
leaves comments there, and
Yeah.
I can't believe they haven't banned her.
You know, well, right now they're actually
They shouldn't, because she's their biggest fan.
Well, she asked, like, so why are you a creditor? You know, right in the middle when Paint Chips is like, James, my love. Yeah, so gross, man. Yeah.
I feel like gagging.
And they were talking about, again, it was such a dumb comparison. You know, Tug doesn't show his face, and it's like, well, I'm also
Tug's never shown his face.
They said too, this is great too. You know what? My pictures are out there at the beginning of all of my streams. I've got my pictures out there. They're my real legit self.
From 30 years ago. Lisa, we've seen you on your own live stream. That's where the stills are from, and they were not doctored. We saw I had the video somewhere.
I went and looked at that because when it came up, I was like, no way. No way. You know?
We could not get this lucky.
That ugly sack of crap is not the person that is talking about how I looked in a picture, you know, in a box picture. That person, like, he looks like a serial killer. I was like, oh my God, man, you know. Well, at least, you know, if somebody tied my hands behind my back, I might be able to gnaw my way free. Gosh. I love it. I love it. They're it's just amazing.
In one of the transcripts, somebody said to her, I am so sick of them calling you fat.
Oh, he's talking about Jeremy with ball and leather gang.
Oh God, it's just
gross.
It's the most, and they let that go on in their chat for 8 to 9 pages.
That's so
I'm not even finished with the whole chat yet. It could be more. I mean, so disgusting. So
I think
graphic.
They're all obsessed. I think, including 2L, I think they're obsessed with Jeremy in that way too. I think the denial of it. Yeah. Oh, look, by the way, he notes camp interview is coming too. So
the guy who's in prison?
Yeah, like that's what
I think he got arrested by Colombians.
South America? What?
I don't, you know what? Look, even mentioning him is like, it's so useless. He's so irrelevant. These people are all you need to know is they're paid for harassers, one of whom, this guy he's talking about, is wanted by police in several countries. You don't get to be that wanted by police in several countries by being like a really reputable journalist, okay? It's unbelievable how they try and spin these things. Oh, well, he angered Antifa. Antifa has no power like that to get you arrested in several countries. Okay, calm down.
Oh, it's just spin, man. All of that, you know, it's just like Paint Chip saying the reason that he actually had problems was, it was because of political powers against him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, or maybe it was because you were pretending to be actual politicians online.
Maybe it was because you almost caused an international incident that could have plunged us into World War III. Idiot.
God, man.
Guys, he's such an idiot. And he really thinks he's something. It's
Well,
incredible.
it's funny because these people have been trying to step in to the mess where there are people online that would make them look like saints, and they've tried to get them involved. And like, you don't really want that. You really don't.
Oh, I can't wait till they step in the wrong snake pit.
They've been trying.
And that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time until they anger just the right people, and we'll all be here to watch and laugh and point and laugh and, say we told you so. And actually, though, it couldn't have happened to a better POS.
I like this disclosure by their mods too. No permission. You can't use any images or audio, right? But by the way, they're giving critique and reactions for free. Oh, wait. So they can critique stuff and do all of that, and they can fair use other items that you can't. No, that doesn't.
But you can't do that to them. Oh no.
Oh man, yeah. Here, give more stuff for the Christmas thing. Wait, what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're still grifting for the Christmas thing.
Good Lord.
They're still doing it. And in fact, I've highlighted some stuff in the transcript that's really funny. We'll get to that at a different date.
Anybody who wants to look at the nasty again, Luthman also, one of the things that he does is he motivates people like a lawyer. I would say, again, I don't know this for the fact, but I'm going to say that when you look through all of the statements there, that that might actually just motivate them. There's a difference. Again, they're motivated at one level to get justice, but when you personally motivate them, you come after them where they live. That's pretty.
This guy is such an idiot. Like that, he motivates everybody to go after him. He motivated the freaking FBI by going after the investigators. Like you motivated the people who put you in prison, you dumb fat ass. Oh, there it goes. I'm swearing again. He just can't help himself.
They brought up the RV, and even it tells you how dumb these people are. They brought up the RV and stuff too. Their chat's like, I thought that was in John's name, and it's like, you people haven't even looked at the original doc. You're commenting on stuff again. You can tell they've never brought up the documentation for
the bankruptcy paperwork.
Yeah, because they don't even know that it's listed on there. They have no idea. So again, it just tells you why these people are involved. These people are involved because they hope that they can do some damage. They hope, that they'll get to see somebody fall. And they are. Again, Michelle Preston is now on the hook for freaking damage. Again, it's on the docket. Like they could look at it again in a one sentence statement. Order granting defendant motion for sanctions. She's gonna get hit by multiple ones of those. And again, when the bankruptcy doesn't clear that, she's going to be looking for people to blame. When she's in
the only person there is to blame is Bruce. Bruce is the correct person to place your blame, because we all told you that he was going to get you into a whole heap of trouble, ma'am, and you didn't listen. And you kept on going with this pie in the sky dream of yours that you were going to get Jeremy Hales' millions. And we told you all you were going to get was a pile of trouble and bills. And that's what's going to happen. Jeremy Hales is going to be able to garnish her wages for the rest of her life.
They are definitely going to they're definitely going to have problems going forward.
She not only has to pay Jeremy's and George's legal fees, but Larry's too.
Yeah.
Larry's too. You're talking about 3 litigants? 3 legal fees for all 3 litigants. Good luck.
I'm proud. I'm very much proud. By the way,
job.
By the way, Debbie, do you want to say thank you to? I got a gigantic craft horse box that was
cool,
crazy. Yes, the kids are. I mean, I try to make this point when I write people back too. It's not just like an item. The items are, I think they're secondary to the reactions, because when I get to sit down and see the kids' reactions to those, even if it's a bad day, crazy
Yeah.
things are happening, that's a bright spot no matter what. So sometimes I'll save a box too. I'll be like, I'm gonna look at that tomorrow,
Mhm.
and it's just amazing. So the stuff like that where they, it's something big where they get to look through, especially like everything is appreciated, of course. But man, when some crazy big box rolls in, they're like, oh my God.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, and then later on we all get together and we snuggle under our leg warmer blankets. Oh,
Oh, my leg warmers.
You know what's funny about that? The person that sent those was like, that's pretty funny stuff. So anybody that's like, because there's some people out there that
Give
they
her
think
leg
they're
warmers.
serious. Yeah, well, they think they're serious, and it's like, even the people out there.
He is gonna send them to me in
They're
the
like, "It's a joke."
summer.
Yes, I'll send them when it's warm outside.
He will. He's gonna wait for
1,000
summer. I know
degrees.
it.
Yep. But I haven't found the perfect thing to send with them yet.
Oh no, I don't want to know.
Yeah. I mean, I did like
I'm
it.
gonna just so you know, I'm gonna let one of the kids open the box. Just let you know, I'm not opening it.
I tell
So
you,
you're gonna have to take that into consideration.
150. I don't know how much it is to send a live creature, but
If you
for
terrify my children,
$150,
that's on you.
Hey, $150. There was a snake almost as definitely was longer than you, I would say, but yeah.
A snake, I think I could handle. It's the spiders that would flip me out.
Oh man. Well, thanks for telling me.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. You'd be like, yeah, the snake. I don't know. If I opened a box and I wasn't expecting 150, something that, that outweighs my kids, I think that might freak me out a little bit. All right. I'm hitting super chats. You sticking or you?
No, there's like literally a party going on downstairs, and I'm missing out. So I am going to go party with the fam. I've got family visiting, and it sounds like they're playing games. So I'm going down. But have a wonderful rest of your night, everybody. And Tug, take care. And
indeed.
Give me my leg warmers.
Yeah. Yep. I will. I'll get right on that. Look at me. I'm getting right on it right this second. Hear me? I just jumped out of my chair. I'm on it. Moody Nana, thanks for the vibe there. Happy Christmas Eve. Hope everyone has a peaceful, jolly time. Indeed, I hope everybody is prepping for an amazing time. I hope that, again, it's Christmas Eve for some folks. Again, tomorrow, or depending on where you live. So if you're right there on Christmas Eve, rolling into Christmas, a few of you, like I said, you're in different time zones, so be there, and we'll have the holidays covered. Again, Megan will have a show tomorrow. I'll have a show Thursday, and unless something technical happens or anything, there definitely is a plan for Tina, the one that they keep complaining about, the one they said betrayed Michelle. Oh my God, what a monster. It's funny that they talk about, again, somebody as a quote unquote traitor, and that same person that they're saying, that person's a traitor, but Michelle talking about putting you in prison, it's not real. It's all not real. It's just old hat. God, that stuff amazes me, But yes, Moody Man, I hope everyone's doing great. Jack's mom, what's up? Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you, Jack's mom, and thank you for being you. Appreciate you. Raya, can I get a birthday song from the number one son? Heck yeah. You know what? You can get two. You can have 2 birthday songs. You can have the amazing Short Arms, and you can have the regular one. Here we go. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Yeah, Christmas in the Short Arms makes all them dreams come true. Fascinating. Now we'll give them happy birthday. And happy birthday.
From both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here.
Well, the Kitty Ninja said it was Christmas Eve there as well. Well, Merry Christmas Eve. You know, for myself, that's the day, like my family. So I am a child of divorce. So you'll hear me talk about going and spending Christmas Eve, you know, with my family. I'll say we're going to do Christmas and stuff. That's because of that. You know, my family, like with my mom and everybody, we got together and we did everything on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve is pretty much like my Christmas, you know, for the kids. Now we have for the kids here, we've actually had they got their Gigi and everyone. They got Monday, so they had a Christmas for that. Then they had a little bit of something for today. Then for tomorrow, they have the family. And then for Thursday, they have all of their presents that are here, the immediate. So now the little one, of course, she, her main, now she's got a bunch of stuff, Lord, but her main present or her TV, you know, that main request that she made, I let her have it early because, I mean, Lord, it's kind of mean to know it's there and be like, yeah, you know it's there. It's going to be waiting for you for months. And I was like, no, you know. So, but Bria Rye, love to you. Love to you. Love to your fam. Max Lab, what's up? Thanks for the super chat there, man. Thank you also for sending that through. I appreciate that. You know, again, I did see the docket thing, and thank you. I did want to bring that up. That is interesting. It's interesting too. I think the docket it has just as much value though, because again, those weirdos for some reason, again, the denial of reality. They want to tell people, or they want to spin it. You know, again, oh, Bruce, he didn't know. He had no idea that things were going on. Yeah, well, you know, he was definitely involved knowing about the court, and he was writing them and doing all this other stuff. But suddenly he doesn't know. Okay. All right. Fun times there, right? You also got to remember, I mean, we still have the coming attraction of an actual case that involves that stuff too. That might be fun. You know, that stuff. You already have a court decision, so we'll see how it plays. Green Veggie Boost, thanks for the vibe. Oh my, they left the gate open. I'm free. They're gonna stack on that invisible bench. I know, man. Got to get in there. Got to get in there fast. By the way, like I said, right after everything situates, we will. We're doing things in stages. So once we have the bench that never was, once that's situated, then we'll do the barn that never was. I want to make sure that we have everything situated, and then we'll do them in sets. So that's why I haven't brought that one up yet. But you know, again, stay tuned. It's coming. It's going to be amazing. Oh, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that, by the way. I love the memberships. There were a bunch of them that fall in through here. And all of you that do that, again, you help out the channel and you give things to people. Tis the season. So thank you. You know, you have Auntie drops 5 there. Thank you. Fallen Hero, it is good to see you. Dropped a gifted membership. Also being here, like I said, all the time, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you. Sticky, drop 10 giftos. Thank you, Sticky Widget. It is good to see you too, my friend. You know, all of you. It's so funny, like after a time, you know, you get to know people. And you're like, man, I don't want to see this one quick. 1 second. I'm trying to make an image of something real quick. I thought it would be funny, but it's been slow about it. You know, you know how that works sometimes. You talk about, oh my God, that's funny. You're going to see something funny. I don't understand why all the AI, when I tell it to like make a picture with that umbrella guy, right? Look, now it's building his little legs. Why are his legs always so short? You know, I'm like, let's make assembly line pictures. You know, we have the technology. I love it. I think that's funny. Oh man, sticky though. Thank you, my friend. Also, we have Jada. Jada, what's up? Thank you again. Loving the avatar. Loving the fact that everybody's getting included with Christmas. Thank you. Much love to you. Appreciate you all. Again, I appreciate all you folks. You're the greatest. Lynn, thanks for the year there. 1 year, baby. It's been a great year. Thanks for all you do. Happy Christmas. Well, happy Christmas to you too. And thank you. I appreciate that. And it has been one heck of a year, hasn't it? And it's ending on such crazy bright notes, you know? All this stuff, all these things that align right around Christmas time are amazing, you know? And what's really amazing, again, you see the facts. You see all of these idiots that are over in the ecosystem. They have no idea of the self-inflicted damage that they keep doing. Again, you're seeing Lynette lose case, but like I said, I don't think they care if Lynette loses cases, as long as it's Lynette taking the damage. Why would they care? In fact, hey, if they can put her in jail, they have quite a bit of reason to do that, right? Just Jay, thanks for the fun. Thought it was a great transition. Hey, by the way, Jay, did you enjoy that breakdown of everything last night that they did? What a bunch of idiots. You know what's really funny is when they're like, I've been laughing for hours. They spend 5 minutes alone whining about, oh, I was dressed great, I was beautiful, how dare he say I'm not a beautiful person. 5 minutes of that. But of course, he's the one that's upset because he's like, hey, by the way, I'm recording. American woman thrifter, thanks for Merry Christmas. Did you see the video where Gabe said it was the video? Yeah. I saw that. Actually, again, I think 3 parts of it. I think the bookends of it are the most important portions, because it takes away the denial. Again, they're going to come in and be like, oh, they're such idiots because we were talking about germs video. But the problem is, again, they talked about what the trustee was like. It's such a screw up. If you put all those together into one lovely video, I'm sure the trustee will enjoy it. They think that's the thing they can do. They can deny. And again, their denial, it's one thing to deny it to a bunch of morons that they spoon feed garbage, but it's another one to try to deny it to a trustee that is like, hey, wait a minute. And they admitted, by the way, that the trustee said not to be recording. That's really the icing on that proverbial cake. Michelle, what's up, Michelle Dawn? Thank you for the gifted membership. And thank you for taking the name back, too. Heck yeah. You know what? Certain names need to be taken back. And thank you for that. I love it. I do. I hate that certain names become synonymous with certain folks. I know plenty of great people named John. I know plenty of great people named Michelle. And I hate that this story, their names become synonymous. Got to take them back. L Flockin' Lou. What's up, L Flockin' Lou? I love it. Thank you for the 5 giftos there. Thank you for being you too. Appreciate that. I love that avatar. It looks good. I like it. Arlie, thank you for the 10 there. LP, that's an awesome picture too. LB definitely needs to put her on a possible lawsuit against 2L in the future, Chapter 7. If she doesn't, then she not sue her in the future. Yeah, well, the thing is, with litigation, she doesn't even, her problem, I'll tell you, and I know this for a fact, by the way, 100%. Her problem is that she counts on Levy County. Levy County, I feel like when she's discussed them, again, with sources, you would not believe the amount of plotting that she said that they were involved with, by the way. You would not believe the amount of things that she herself, again, this is her wording, but still, she says Levy County was conspiring with her to do this or to do that. Beecham was conspiring to do this and that. It's wild stuff. But with that, she can't get anything done with 2L Now that says to me they don't like her, that at most they were either humoring her, which is possible, or yet another complaint that Jeremy could get involved with. But either way, I think if she went outside of Levy County and she actually took that to the feds, that Lisa would have a real problem. Lisa's going to have a real problem if anybody looks into her finances, because again, what Lynette can say, they raised money in her name. And you go back, you pull the live streams, like they said, you know, what's really telling about her excuses these days too, is she says, you know, these projects were just thrust upon me. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so before the projects, what were you raising money for? You just raising money on behalf of Lynette Preston? And then it turned into a project? What are you trying to tell us there? You know, not your money though. And when the amounts come out, I think you would have a real problem. Again, they want to keep eyeballs on Lynette. God, that's so weird, right? Jen, thanks for the fun there. If LP is going to sue Lisa, doesn't she go on the paperwork? Yeah. And again, maybe not. You know, she's talked about, again, wanting her. She doesn't even need a lawsuit, though. That's the thing. All somebody has to do is crack open those accounting and show that X amount of money came in and X amount of money didn't go out toward Lynette Preston. Therefore, it's going to be a mess, though. Because what it looks like is, you know, okay, if I were going to present this to a court myself, and again, I'm sure that Randy and them, they're smart enough to think well beyond this, but just on the basic, like if I'm just looking at this, what I would present it as Michelle Preston, they potentially are trying to hide money from the court because money came in. It was in the name of doing this stuff for Michelle Preston. Them either she stole it or she's holding it, and they're trying to trick the bankruptcy court because there was a lot of money that came in. And again, the dumbest excuses ever. Oh, permit. Like, none of that makes sense. You know, she raised money for a barn. She didn't release money though. So it looks like they're trying to hide money. And that's a good way to cause them some real problems. I think I got a raider coming. Just give me a second. Well, maybe they're on the other steps. We have two sets of steps. So I thought I can hear the little one. She slides on her butt down the steps, you know, and it echoes. Taz, thank you for the membership there. Again, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tug's Thugs. Thank you, Taz, too. Appreciate you. Obviously, you're not a new person. You know, I always like making that. I mean, you've been here a long time. Appreciate you. Appreciate that, too. It's lovely to have you. Deborah, thanks for the 7 months. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Indeed. That is that is the major thing in that. Stay safe. You all need to stay safe. Watch out. You know, it's not about just you. You can watch your behavior, watch family's behavior, but watch out for the other people. Other people are the real danger out there. So again, stay safe, have fun. Watch out for yours. And thank you for the 5 there. Happy holidays to Megan Tug. Well, happy holidays to you. You and yours. You know, I hope it turns out to be a great one. Hope it's been a great one so far. You know, something to bark about. Thanks for the 10 there. Hey, Tug, my channel hit 219. Yeah, thanks to the shout outs. Hey, that is great. By the way, like I said, something to bark about. I like the type of channel you have. You know, something to just enjoy. You go out, you have a little fun. You can kind of declutter the mind, I suppose is a good way to put it. You know, you can go in and you can enjoy something that's not a bunch of this crazy and chaos. You're like, oh, look at that. That's nice. So if people want to enjoy that, look up something. And I like the name too, Something to Bark About. It sticks with me. I like that. So thank you. The Floofy, thanks for the vibe. The Overlord sing Deck the Hall with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. Wreck the tree and blame the doggy. I like that. Wreck the tree and blame the doggy. Love it. Bonnie, thanks for the Max Lab said check the emails. That right there, that's what was being pointed out. I thought it was good too. 2 people noted that, by the way. Check your email. I got it there, by the way, Daddy. Thank you. I had pulled it up. Thank you. appreciate it. I do always, sometimes, again, we got 3,000 people. I watching all that other stuff. Sometimes I do miss what's going on there. So I appreciate that. Good Lord, man. I love the fake messages, by the way. I just had a scam message come through, all these weird scams. So here's one: unauthorized payment. Someone is trying to buy Bitcoin with your PayPal, and it's fake, of course. You get these and they're like, log in and stop it. Like, my God, scams everywhere all the time. Suzanne, thanks for the 10 there. Lisa is going to say she paid for LP's taxes and then try to pay herself back from the money that was raised for her, which we know is, yeah, that's funny. Actually, LP is on record, by the way, as saying that she paid those taxes out of the money, the gifted money. So if they try that, that's going to be a real problem for her. That's a good point, though. If they try that game, though, LP herself said that's bull. She has never paid for any. In fact, I may have that recorded. I'll have to check, because she may have said herself to me that, yeah, she didn't pay that. She basically calmed herself. So I have to check. If that comes up, I'll definitely check that. I love it. Oh, what's up, the Floofy? Thanks for the dish too. Wishing all Merry Cat Mouse on Thursday. I love it. I love it. The kids love it too. I love that. Do you agree? Also, thank you again. Appreciate that. The kiddos. Kelly, thanks for the fun there. I wonder if she is creditor against the flea market because she was allowed in as a creditor. Well, we'll see what they try to claim. Again, she said in her statement, though, like, she locked in a statement and she said it was about the fence and everything else. So in her own words, like utilizing her own words, she said that she approached Jerome, that she told him about the fence and all that other stuff. And because of that, they brought her in at the last minute, 10 minutes before everything. I mean, again, they make sure when they tell a lot that they probably shouldn't, by the way. Because like I said, she noted by her own words, basically, right before it happened, I ended up right before it happened. So with the creditors meeting, just to shove herself in right before it happened. That's her statement. She talked to someone. I literally told them everything that's going on with the fence. The fence, the Christmas party, the barn, how the money came in, who sent it. And it turns out I'm a possible creditor. Now, again, you can tell they're doing something fraudulent as hell, because they keep saying possible. She makes this point clear. When I say that possible was noted, they make the point. I didn't say creditor. I said possible. So they again here, check this out. So they make that point, by the way. You can tell they're pulling some bullshit. Because right here, check this. Give me 1 second. Oop. Close that. I had something open. I wanted to close. I never, like, if I check my email or anything, I would try to close it before I do any kind of sharing. Not that it could, but just in case, you never know. Try to be careful about something like that. But they note right here, they say, well, Jeremy, he's a liar. He's a liar, I wasn't brought in. Remember, I said possible. She said, I wasn't brought in as, well, then I said possible creditor. She keeps pointing that out. Possible. So they're playing a game. They admit to it. That's the ugliest part of this. Again, it's all about harassing Jeremy Hale. It's possible. Martin, thanks for the 2. For Tugs, Grecian 2000 fun. Heck yeah. It's hilarious. Thank you. Oh, I love it. You guys are funny. His Spirit Walker, thanks for the 5 there. I have no idea what that says. It's Welsh. I don't know how to pronounce that. Well, I go with like, I enunciated. So it'd be like, NATO League. What is it? I don't know what that's. It's probably, I would butcher it, but it's a Welsh good luck. Say Merry Christmas. Write me, tell me how to pronounce that. I'm curious. I'd love to. I'd like to know how to pronounce it. Thanks. Debbie, he was like, maybe Max trying to get you to check your messages. Please check damn email. Thank you too. I appreciate that as always. Thank you. Oh, thanks for the 2 there. LMNOP never showed herself on camera in the Ohio court. That's right. Yep, that's right. So, like how do they know though? I mean, what are they doing? I mean, that's a good point. That's actually a good point. Like how what LMNOP looks like or anything. I think Marla's just full of shit, I don't know. That is a good point because with how would she know then? What does that mean? Does that mean that John Cook was streaming with her? Oh my God, I need to go. Wait. I need to put that in there. Thanks. So give me a second. I need to update my my post and saying, let's see, edit post. Well, okay, Marla, are you saying I'm going to put edited to note. Someone noted that Preston wasn't on camera. True trigger. So why does Marla know what she looks like? Is this one of those? Is this another? That's a good point. I wouldn't think about that. Is this another one of those John Cook special deliveries she keeps talking about? I'm gonna post that real quick. Correct. You gotta before or for that. That's a good point though. So there we go. I like that. Because she said, okay, so one of the things that she said is that that John Cook kept bringing her like special deliveries and stuff, which again, were I like a paint chips, what would I say to that? She would get quite mad about that too. If you made statements like paint chips does, they would see that as vulgar and nasty, but it's okay. They're cool with that as long as it's pointed at Jeremy. It's so gross, isn't it? Let's see. Serenity. It took me a minute. I was like, how did I love it? I love the spelling there. I love it. Thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership and welcome to Thugs. Thank you for that. I always love again, every time I've seen it many times and it still throws me, because I love unique spellings, I love them. They just throw me sometimes. Thank you for that. Appreciate that, by the way. Thank you. Also dropped in 5 gifted memberships. So top of that, thank you for that. And thank you for helping that channel and gifting to people. That's awesome. Thank you. Sean Bow, thanks for the 5 there. Contribution to the overnight FedEx leg warmer shipping fund. Make it happen, Tug. You know you should. I'm getting right on that. I am getting right on it right this second, you know, right this second. Actually, like I said, I need to shop for a, Megan said that the one thing that she wanted for Christmas was a pet spider. That's what I heard. That's what I heard when she was on here talking. She said, Tug, the only way I will accept a package if you ship my leg warmers is if you ship me a pet spider. I'm pretty sure you all heard that too, right? So that's the way I took it. Fibber. What? No. That's I'm just translating. So much fun. Oh, I love it. Suzanne, thanks for the 5 there. Maybe Randy, let the trustee know if Lisa is. How should be 10? I don't know. You know, what I do know is that Randy is going to be, but again, by 2L's own admission, he is going to be deposing her. They are going to be doing it, sitting down in a Levy County courtroom. So when they think that all of this stuff, again, they've done everything that they can to avoid any kind of deposition, right? They've done everything they can, but they've boxed her in now. She's got a problem here, a real problem. Her own words are her enemy. And again, I hate to say, but I don't think the Saran Wrap is up to this. You know, I mean, who is he really out there helping? Because these moves, like that fleece of bullshit, allowing them to harass Hales, like that stuff may cause him problems, but it definitely could cause Michelle Preston problems. So I don't know. That's bad there. But yeah, that's a good point, Suzanne, dude. We'll see how that goes. Teddy, thanks for the 20 there. Love the show. Look forward to the bug visits. I know she's a cutie, man. She is so funny. I love it. I love it there. Rita, thanks for the 2 there. It's my 47th birthday. Getting close to 50. Hey, you know what? It is just that number. You know, just remember as we get older, it is. It's beautiful. You know, I wish I could take the knowledge that I have and give it to the youth that I had. You know what I mean? If you combine those two together, boy, it'd be dangerous, right? Let's bust you out.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! From both of us to you. Happy birthday! May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday! We love to have you here. Happy birthday! Here's to another year.
Yeah, folks. Man, I love it. I love it that you enjoyed it. I hope you've had a great birthday, by the way. Hope it's been fun. Appreciate you. Hey, Vanessa, thanks for the 10 there. Hey, Tug, please help me send a bunch of happy birthday wishes. Oh, man, it's Dead Punk's birthday. Happy birthday, Gage. Heck yeah. You know, Dead Punk is good people, for real. I didn't realize his birthday, man. I got to give him, first of all, he needs a duel, too. Let's give him the short arm dance. Happy birthday for Gage. Happy birthday. These short arms, they couldn't draw, but they'll make your dreams come true, baby. I love freaking Gabe. Man, okay, that is another one. You know, that Gabe, taking the name back, actually, it's always belonged to him. But Dead Punk is good people, man. He is absolutely good people. He's somebody that I would call a friend. For sure. You know? Not just a person that's drawn some pictures and an artist. I would call him a friend. I like the guy. I've known him for a long time from this kind of stuff and beyond. Again, good people. So, yes, I want to wish him a happy birthday as well and give him the song.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, man.
From both of us to you. Happy birthday!
that pump.
May all your dreams come true.
Happy, happy birthday.
We love to have you
here.
here.
Happy, happy birthday.
Here's to another year.
You know, the coolest thing too is that he is the reason that AI can get the face right for Doug, because now, again, if I were making something, you know, like I goof off with AI, but real talent, like the people like him, they can do things that first of all, a real artist versus AI, there's no comparison. But it was funny because AI could never get the template, the face right, until he did a picture, like the little Pope picture of that umbrella guy. And that one, because of the way it's designed, after that, it was able to get it. So he made it where that would work. I love that. I love the fact that he made that work out. You know, what in the world is this? Virtual background. I wonder, can I add a virtual background without having any visual showing? I'm curious. I'll have to experiment with that in a minute. I'm curious if I can add one with just an avatar. That's awesome, though. Yeah, he's made a lot. By the way, the signature yellow-eyed avatar. Yeah, he's created a lot of them that you're accustomed to. The first person, so I can't remember the first person who did the detective, that umbrella guy. I can't even remember that guy way back when, but he was responsible for that beginning interface. And like I said, I can't remember who that was. I'd have to go way back. This is a long time ago. Then for certain designs and for the little umbrella girl design stuff, you had you had Peter Gilmore. You had after that, working with the umbrella guy designs, you had Kyung Lee. We worked with him on the first comic book. You had more work again later on. You have this progression. You know, you have the people who work on, oh God, there's so many people. Actually, I'm going to leave people out. I better stop there. I just need to say, yeah, thanks. I know I'm going to leave people out. So I'll get hit up by an artist being like, dude, you left me out. What's up? So I don't, SK Bennett, though, I do need to shout him out too. You know, as well. He's was a huge part in like the comic books, the last one, that art style and everything. He did some great work too. So kind of good work. Hey, McDead, thanks for the 10 there. That's why Cook is sucking up to Lisa, because he's got to convince, he's got everyone convinced that she'll take the property. He'll get the property, then he'll boot Lynette to the curb. See, if they think that idea would work out, I do wonder. I mean, that makes sense to me. Because why would they claim to be creditors? What would they want out of that? They would want to protect an asset. So to convince Lynette, and to keep her in line too. They need to keep her in line. I mean, Lynette stepped out on them because they left her out in the cold, you know. But Lynette is she's still going to turn on them. There ain't no way that Lynette will ever. Lynette is one of those people. She will never forgive. She will never, especially like the stuff what Lisa did. My God. I mean, the things that Lynette said, they may be able to keep her in line for a hot minute, or again, you know, all of that, they'll end up snaking her at everything. If Lynette allows them to do it, you know what that tells you though? She is absolutely desperate. She is 100% desperate to even allow that. And again, I would wonder when she loses, I hope she remembers these lawyers that I told her, I was like, have you talked to a lawyer that's outside of this stuff? Because, and this is one of the things that was in the recordings too. She's like, I can't afford one. I was like, get a free consultation. Because I was telling her, you know, the worse that this stuff, as it keeps going forward, this stuff, it's worse for you. You keep piling on. She thinks she's going to get millions. She thinks all of this stuff's going to happen. And ultimately, all this money and stuff these people raised, they made it on her name, but they kept it. She ain't got shit. And now she's got sanctions against her. Like, how much does, when you end up owing $100,000 and you have no land or anything, just from those civil cases alone, what are you going to do? I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it? And yeah, I mean, that ultimately would be potentially the play. So, Rob, thanks for the 10 there. Answer to Megan's questions. Why the judge let her stay? I think it may be with agreement with special counsel to allow her to accidentally release more useful financial information. I mean, well, they also shoved her in right at the last minute. So they can say a potential creditor, but until they add her to the until they add her and say why, you're going to have problems. They'll run into it next time. But because she's a creditor. She said that she thought she was going to be brought in, though, to answer questions about her finances. So she said that too. So she thought, see, part of this game, she tells us the game plan. Like I said, she thinks she's going to shield the money by claiming that somehow that's actually a creditor and not holding money, which makes no sense whatsoever. Unfortunately, you admitted that the major donor, you put out some of his messages, and he tells you that the money is either for items that are for people or for the people themselves. So sorry about your luck with that, but it doesn't work. Craig, what's up, man? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for the 10 giftos too. I saw those fall in. Thank you again on the holidays, especially. That is much appreciated. Keith, thanks for the 5. Don't try to figure out LMNOP. That's right. She's actually 17 steps ahead. Yeah, she's so far ahead that she has lapped almost the entire planet. That's why you think she's behind you, right? Oh my God. That's very good. 1 second. Okay, well, I'm trying to find something out real quick. So here, so with Lynette, what you don't understand is that, as far as the Earth is around 24,900 miles, to lap it. So if we're going to go in a circle, we'd have to walk almost 25,000 miles. Now, Lynette, you may think she's behind us, like you're miles ahead, but actually, Lynette, yeah, she's 24,890 miles ahead. So she's not 10 miles behind. She's almost lapped the entire Earth. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear her seriously say something like that. Wouldn't that be amazing? She's like, I'm actually that far ahead of you, sucker. I love it. Vanessa, thanks for 5. Happy birthday. That's right. Dead Punk. May all your dreams come true. Indeed. Dead Punk, man. Love to you, my friend. Oh, Michelle, thank you for the 5. Since Fleeces and Bed with Crook probably recorded it and gave it to her. Well, that's yeah. The only problem with them, they were on camera the whole time, so they could have they could have recorded. I mean, again, she could have been on the phone. We don't know, but she had a lot of information that she shouldn't have. That was the one thing. Oh, Vanessa, thanks for the 5. There's a birthday boy in the chat, and his name is Gage. Oh, there's the birthday boy in the chat now. No, I appreciate Gabe, for real, man. Dead Punk's, like I said, he's good people. So one of the things that I really like with him, again, if you needed a friend, folks, people like him, he's like I said, he's good people. I don't say that about a lot of people, you know, but yeah, it's good, loyal. You know, it's good to find loyal people that you learn that, especially in this YouTube mess. You know, there are a lot of people out there that say that they're friends or they get you back, but there are some people out there that really do. Props to you, brother. American Woman, thanks for the fun. Poppy Seed and Bootlicker, both of them made comments about a video. Well, I think that Poppy Seed, the problem with old Poppy Seed boy is, again, he follows see, I know their deflection. I know how they'll be. They'll be like, they're so dumb. I was talking about the video with that Germ put up. That'll be their deflection, right? It's just, you know, that's their deflection automatically. The problem that they have with that deflection, though, is that they already shot that down. So I like that. I like that they've already made a problem. Again, how do you know what the trustee would be like? If I'm just reviewing Jeremy's video, how do I dispute that and say, oh, well, I know that this person, without seeing it? Now they could go in and be like, oh, you know, I was dying. No, it doesn't matter, dude. You know, you were warned about this stuff, and it very much, these people are already tired of that stupid, you know. Like, this is high profile too. Another thing, I just, they probably understand that these people, again, they're trying to ruin their image. They are. They're trying to come in and make a clown show of it. They're not going to do that to the bankruptcy courts. The bankruptcy court, boy, they can crack you down hardcore. So I don't think they'll appreciate that at all, you know. And then again, gaming, bragging about how you did all of this stuff to harass, crazy, you know. Wheat Toast West Coast, thanks for 11. Doug bragging about being a dental blast kills me. You didn't know I would try to gnaw my way through being tied up like that. You didn't know that? That'd be amazing. Michelle, thanks for the 4 months with that. Thank you. Merry Christmas Eve for Tug and Megan. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope yours is going great. Hope it's fantastic. Tease, is that right? Thank you for the 20 there. Was the Gene that showed up on Zoom, maybe Marla. Now I think the person that came in, that's how she knew, well, Lynette's hair looked like you and yours. Merry Christmas. I think that actually was a wrong person, is what it was, because everybody seemed to have indicated that Gene was just somebody from another case that came in the wrong day. And that happens, by the way. You have people that wander in on accident, you know, so it is kind of funny though, isn't it? So weird. Laura, thanks for the 249. Happy birthday to our dead punk Gage. Indeed. You know, indeed, man. Appreciate you. Everybody does. Look at that. Thank you, my friend. Anthony, thank you for the 5 there. Birthday was yesterday, but fell asleep before the end of the show. Oh, heck yeah. Let's bust you up one then. You know what? Birthday's a birthday, even if it is belated here.
Happy birthday.
What's up, my friend?
From both of us to you.
Happy birthday.
May all your dreams come true.
Happy birthday.
We love to have you here.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Here's to another year.
Man, appreciate you, my friend, too. You know what? I understand, like, some of these run late for people. So I get it as well. I get it. Some of this, it's really late for folks. But what in the world? Oh yeah, I saw. By the way, what's up with Ray Bone Crusher? Did you all see that freaking statement he made with the Lord? So there was a bunch of statements that were put up with. Here, let me pull this up here. This sounds like a threat. You want to see something? Then no, here. So this was put up with the emails statement. Ray says it's going to be a reckoning soon, and the tears will not help him. The storm that's coming will be justice, and his actions will be the results of his deceit. Will be open for all to see. Boy, that sounds crazy, man. There's going to be a reckoning. Yeah, boy, I've seen it. I've seen it so far. That reckoning, Ray. It looks mighty suspicious, like Lynette Preston getting sanctioned. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I mean, Ray's good. Ray can sit around and talk about tragedy for himself and everything else. But and you're supposed to be nice and kind. But boy, that guy doesn't show kindness to anyone else. It's wild, isn't it? So, what's up? In the Clouds, by the way, sent 30 over on Venmo. Thank you, In the Clouds. Appreciate that. Said happy holidays. Well, happy holidays to you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, my friend. Let's see. Let's see, I'm rolling through here. What's up, K-Matt? K-Matt sent $50 over on PayPal. Thank you, K-Matt. See that there? Christmas wishes for you and the little ladies. Thank you. That is amazing as well. And thank you too. I appreciate you. You're always around as well. Thank you. So many of you, like I said, they're just, I can't say that enough. I appreciate the heck out of you folks. Carol sent 10 via PayPal. Thank you for that. There is not a message attached to that, but it is one heck of a message. Thank you. That is something too I can take the girls out with and goof off with them. I love that idea. I love taking them out and goofing off, and having a kick of a time. Whoa, man, there's 2. Goodness. So let's see. What's up, Tinsel? I see Tinsel. Was your birthday? Was your birthday on yesterday? That's awesome. Let me kick that in for you. Yeah, she sent 100 there through PayPal. That's awesome. And said that way you get the most of the money. Thank you for that. First of all, appreciate that. Your birthday was yesterday. Awesome. That's awesome with a birthday right around major holiday. I always wondered do you get more presents near a major holiday? Less? Does that kick into it? I always wondered about that as a kid, especially.
Happy birthday.
Birthday, Vincent. Appreciate
From both of us to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
May all your dreams come true.
Happy birthday.
We love to have you here.
Happy birthday.
Here's to another year.
And on top of it, you know what? I haven't busted out enough short arms today. Let me bust you a short arm too. Happy birthday for all of us to you. Even though your birthday is close to Christmas. Yeah, short arms. Make your dreams come true. I almost timed that one well. I love this short arm dance. It's awesome. Man, Andrea, whoa. $250. That is wild. Noted from it, whatever, new computer, etc. Man, thank you. That is wild right there. Thank you, folks. I can't say that enough. Thank you all. I'm going to have to bust out my new machine. So I'm stacking it up because I'm going to have to get a new one. So right after the holidays, when I can get in there and actually, navigate a store. I went over to I was going to go look, and I was just like, I can't get near any of it. So I've been prepping for it. Oh, it's painful. I hate doing that, but I'm planning on it. I am. By the way, too, Michelle sent 25 also through PayPal. Thank you for that too. Appreciate it. The message with that is the help with the new tower. Boom, get that new tower on, baby. Yeah, thank you, by the way. Merry Christmas to you and the girl. So much love. Well, much love to you too, you know. And again, I cannot say thank you all enough. For real. You know, you all again. You all make the channel run. God, it's been an amazing fun employed time. I think it's so much fun there. Pickled Tink also says having your birthday near Christmas sucks. Well, you know what? It'll suck less with this.
Happy birthday!
Birthday! That's right.
From both of us to
Christmas
you.
for you.
Happy birthday!
May all your dreams come true.
Happy birthday!
We love to have you here.
Happy birthday!
Here's to another year.
That took a ridiculous turn. I love it, but thank you for real. Like I said, I love all of you. I appreciate you all. Father's birthday, it was 26th of December. He said he hated it because he never got presents. I can imagine that, David. I can imagine that sometimes that would be a downside for folks. Let's see. Let me see. Well, thanks for the phone. On Zoom, you can put any name you want. Are we sure it was a... well, that's true. That's actually true, you know. Ray IU grad. Okay, so it's Ray. Okay, I'm mispronouncing shit. That's what I mean. Look at that. You see how it is? Because I have no idea how to pronounce it. So I will try not to mispronounce that one. Though. Usually I'm like, mispronounce it. Okay, but that really changes things up. Thank you, Ray. It's a terrible mispronouncing. Oh, I'm so good at messing up names. Sometimes I set back. I mean, it's such a bad thing. That's why if people, you know, people that have been around for a while, they know the joke on that. But it's so bad. With Raya, I could not remember which way to pronounce it. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just call you both. I can't remember. That's hilarious. Well, it's talent though, but that means welcome, you know, for sure. I love that though. Ted Pung says they're not wrong. Birthdays suck so close to Christmas. It's been enough fighting with sisters for approval for the parents. Losing battle itself. I can imagine that. You know, with oh Lord. Let's see. We need to do some redirect work today. Who is live? Is the Wiz not live? Let me check. I don't know who's live tonight. I can't remember. I know said he wouldn't be around until later on. No. Who is live? Is anybody live right now that I can redirect to? I'm not seeing anybody. I'll give it a couple minutes for the chat to note anybody, and then I'm gonna bounce. Yeah, he's taking time away. Yeah, I figured he was on holiday. You know, a lot of people go on holiday for the stuff, and I don't blame him. Like I said, I'm lucky in the fact that my family is close to me. You know, everybody is in this area where I moved back to this area because all of my main family is located here. So I don't have a lot of travel or anything like that. I don't have to do that. No one. MaxLab is live. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Give me a second here. Yeah, I'll redirect. Why not? I don't think I've ever redirected there. Let's see. He needs some watch time, you know? I have to say this for MaxLab, that MaxLab has always picked up documentation, always made sure. Here, wait. Oh man, MaxLab, you don't have your redirect. So tell MaxLab in his comments, I won't be able to do it tonight because he's not set up for it. But MaxLab has to set his redirect privileges. You have to go in, there's a setting where people can redirect to you. So I can't redirect to him. You know, essentially, YouTube doesn't allow you to redirect to everybody. They have to have, there's a permission thing that you have to turn on. So if somebody would tell him in his chat that he needs to turn that on, because I was going to redirect to him tonight, but I can't. So I will do this. I will put in a link to the live stream. I will note it. A second there. This is the, I believe that's it, right? I believe that's the right one. Let me check it. Let me make sure. I think that's the right one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so he's got about 12 or 17 people there now. I think you know, and again, the watch time thing is a grind. Is an absolute grind. So if you want to give him some watch time, help out. Again, he was one of the major people that picked up documentation for the longest time. But yeah, if somebody would tell him too that you got to turn that on, yeah, because I can't redirect here. Let me see. Also, a great Grant, thanks to 5 Tug. You get the hamster, helmet bun. You get the singing cactus, the singing cactus there. Jeremy's voice, that would be fun, you know. You didn't get that. You did, but you did. So you didn't get the hamster. That well, that, I mean, you know, to be fair with those too, because you corrected there. To be fair with those, like some of them, they went for a mighty price, which was good, you know, because a lot of that proceed, it helped. I mean, God, he has picked up one heck of a bill, you know, from all this stuff. But it also makes it hard to pick up for folks. So I get that. But you did get a singing character. I think that's funny. I think that's actually fun. I think, you know, again, they have the amount of money it costs. You know, that's the message too. These people know that most people, they're not going to be able to defend themselves against nasty accusations and more. That's why this thing is important too, because at the end of the day, most people, if they have signs wrecking their business, or a group of people go in and try to ruin them, most people can't fight back. They can't even try. No matter how it turns out, they can't even try. So at least they'll do that. But anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to go do my thing. I'm going to get everything ready for the kiddos. Like I said, we start out with the Christmas stuff with family for the eve, and then it goes into the next day. So I'll be over with Megan tomorrow, and then, you know, on Christmas Day too, we'll bust it up. So appreciate you folks. I mean, it has been a grand old time though. Thank you. MaxLab doesn't know how to set up redirects. He'll have to look up settings. That's what it is. I'm not sure the setting right off the top, but it's just one of those, like there's a million settings, you know. He'll have to set it up, and then we'll do a redirect another day. But anyway, appreciate you all. You know, again, check out MaxLab's channel. You know, you can go over there, raid him, give him a little watch time. Thank you.